Let me make sure the YouTube thumbnail is up and going. And there we go. That's up and going. Looks like Twitch is going as well. Yep, I think everything's going. And let's go ahead and get started. Yep. I need to minimize this a little bit. That should be good. Make sure the screen's not going black. Sometimes it does. And there we go. Greetings everyone, and Grade here. Another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawns left side as a US player. We have Simca Kriegs Mackinton. Spawns ally as a US player. We have Banana for you. In a proper yellow color. Spawns teammate as the Red Veramok. We have Phalanx and his teammate as the Red Veramok. We have RBTFRPP or I say you go tanks or what? Armor? I guess he's going for armor dock. His teammate, not so sure what he said he wouldn't plan to go for. He's probably going to go for infantry. That's pretty common. OP. I guess he's going for observation posts. Yee. Yep, looks like he's going for tank and likely going for armor. Okay, I'll go tier 3, M8 or AT. Depends.
Rifle squad on point.
It depends early Stu. So he wants to be a bit more adaptive. I'm going to go for a set path. We do have a Shimvagan push his way forward. And we got these engineers captured up northern side. Engineers captured up here. Pack, then mate, right? Lol. Either way, asking for a go for AT gun first, or maybe an AT gun if he sees a Stu. Volksgrenadiers making their advance. They may get some shots off there. No, they did not. And these engineers are capturing up that munitions point there. Getting some hits in. Over here, Shimvagan's making his advance. Getting some damage there on the rifleman. And looks like he said he's going to go for some bars. Then tanks. Hopefully he goes for an early Sherman tank. I do like Sherman tanks. And lose the engineer squad. Not really paying attention. And we got the Pioneers, of course, going to get overwhelmed. They're fighting against these Volksgrenadiers. Motorcycles making his advance. As over here, we do have the Pioneers laying down landmine. He may spot this. A little bit harder to spot them in Company Heroes 1 rather opposed to Company Heroes 2. Riflemen end up getting pinned. And engineers going to capture that point. The landmines looks like they've been fully built. Doesn't have to worry about running over his own landmines. Riflemen making their advance. They do get knocked around a bit by the Shimvagan. The MG42 set up in a great spot there, getting some great suppression on the riflemen. Pioneers behind the heavy cover. May get some good damage in. Looks like they hop inside the garrison. And we've got these engineers not getting hit quite significantly. Sniper's been deployed on out. May get a shot off on the rifleman. This rifleman. He does fall back with the rifleman. Does announce that he's received a sniper, so he is aware that he got shot by a sniper. Jeep has received a bit of fire there.
Point is ours. Let's say we lock it down.
He's just going to go for a counter sniper later. Jeep now falling back, getting some good machine gun shots off. Or machine gun bursts by the 30 gal. And these engineers are now falling on back.
Rifle squad on point.
These engineers are falling back as well. We've got these engineers advancing. There's some... He's trying to lay down landmine right there, which is not really a good idea.
Unit lost.
So the Allies have lost so far 2 engineer units as far as I can tell. As these pioneers are engaging from the log mill, I believe that is. Volksgrenadiers are focused firing on this rifleman squad. This rifleman squad is behind light cover, while this pioneer is getting some good damage on the squad. We do have this garrison by riflemen as well. He is targeting down these Volksgrenadiers, but not be able to put enough damage in. There's a sniper does send a shot over here. And this MG does fall back. 2 snipers out, both of them by the same player. Got this rifleman going around the far side of the flank. This squad won't even fall back. Try and go for a frag grenade, but likely will get wiped because of that. No, he didn't get wiped. He got a wipe himself. This 2-man squad should be able to fall back. This rifleman squad, both these rifleman squads are suppressed. This bar rifleman trying to charge forward, try and deal with these snipers. Schimwagen's still alive. There's a pair of landmines, both laid down with a sniper player. And these riflemen will need to fall back, but Patsy's just trying to draw some fire, but he will find that landmine. Both squads need to fall back. That squad is severely wounded. This squad is severely wounded. And he'll be falling back there now. Motorcycle advancing. Does force back those riflemen. 2 pioneers here, both severely wounded. MG and the 2 snipers are patrolling around MG42, perhaps eyeing for some of this heavy cover in the region. Lays down 2 landmines. 3rd landmine. Okay, 2 could be like some sort of mistake, trying to quickly place down 1, but he's laying down 3 landmines, which definitely was purposeful.
Okay, done building.
Maybe he's not liking that. You make it too obvious. It got spotted there.
We're back in full fighting.
Maybe it's a good time for our Wehrmacht mortar just to deal with these 3 landmines. Oh, and both players are trying to eye for a medic. Yep, you notice as well. Both players going for a casualty recovery station. I would say both players should deploy one. Reason why is 2 medics can be focused on quite easily. But having 4 medics, that's actually really hard to focus down that many number of medics.
We're losing them as fast as we're getting them.
I saw a replay where this guy kept having, like, had more than 2 cover stations, but the amount of medics that were running forward, it may as well he got the guaranteed casualties because there's so many to shoot at, he just couldn't shoot them all. Didn't have time to shoot them all. I'm not opposed to 2 medic stations, even by the same player. It's probably better by the same player, actually, since the casualties are jointly covered, and all those landmines get cleaned up. All 3 of them. And lays down some fresh wire. You've got a bunker here that looks like it's going to be an MG bunker, based on its angle. Could be a casualty recovery bunker, but it's a bit too far forward for that. Motorcycle does go down. Oh!
Unit down.
I just realized it literally ejected that sidecar. Never seen that before. Has it always died like that? I do love the MP40 squads. It is falling back, and we'll have trouble versus bar riflemen. We've got a Panzerek squad here, perhaps worried about any sort of AT advancement. Maybe trying to hit some observation posts eventually.
Enemy fire!
Maybe a good time for a Grenadier grenade, but too much fire, so decides to fall back. Pioneers advancing over here, while the Schirmwagen is providing spotting and its pathetic amount of damage into the fight. Jeep coming in for hunting down some of these snipers. Medics rushing on forward. He's trying to camouflage or trying to stall out. Schirmwagen needs to start pursuing. Pack 38 does roll a miss there. Jeep is severely wounded and does get machine gunned down there.
Objective secured. Rifle squad defending.
The Huns are taking our
I can see one landmine there, but playing down 3, that was really bold. MG42 getting some good damage in. The MG42 may go down, but that rifleman is fully pinned now. Flame Ranger just coming on the flank. He does retreat back with that MG42. This rifleman squad is severely wounded, while this one is getting hit by the Vet 2 Grenadiers. Do have Tank Depot now deployed on out. And down south we do have, I think actually it was machine gun down, not actually a snipe down. Because that sniper shot seemed like a reined
one of our munitions.
in high. Oh, looks like one of the Wehrmacht players are lagging a little bit. And there is a recovery bunker here with a Garrison MG. I suppose if you one way to get a machine gun bunker, just not the traditional way. But it is omnidirectional. US sniper deployed on out. And we do have a Sherman tank. Looks like a regular Sherman, not Sherman Crocodile. So just 4 riflemen, but that Sherman tank will provide quite a bit of a power spike. Probably poke here. He must ping somewhere on the map. Yellow doesn't have a whole lot of squads remaining. Looks like a sniper and 2 riflemen. There is another sniper deployed on out. Sherman tank immediately being upgraded with a MG. That was a very gruesome scream, but we do have a casualty on the ground. I think that's a casualty. No, that could be still alive. Or, yeah, it's a casualty. And P40 squad is falling on back. Also playing down some tank traps, very nice. Down south, we got the Schirmwagen being pursued by these forces. Likely will go down, but perhaps not. We got a Grenadier here, unvetted, no Panzerschreck.
Now we can sniff out those mines.
Stay clear.
He may have got a sniper
Germans
there.
are seizing territory from us.
Because I heard a what? We got some stun grenades there, so he must have gone for Blitzkrieg. Great damage there. And now the Grenadiers could potentially wipe out that rifleman. They do not, however.
Enemy unit down.
Pioneers do go down. We got this mortar crew actually on the field.
Sniper's got it zeroed in.
Multiple sniper shots coming on in. There's 3 Wehrmacht snipers, so there's at least, I'm not sure what that message was from earlier. Ooh. Received a bit too much fire there. Pantrix raining on in. He's threw away that Sherman tank.
Our forces are taking casualties.
And the Sherman tank does go down. If there's any pioneers, salvaging it would be quite nice.
We got, looks like mixed AT, anti-personnel mines. What he's doing?
Not really a mix.
Damn it! Sniper!
Ooh. Well, he stopped the mine from being swept, but that was a yeah, these snipers are going to reign supreme. They need to deal with those snipers as soon as can, because those snipers are picking them off. Vet 2 Volksgrenadiers, 1 with MP40s advancing. This post is going to annoy the crap out of me.
Crowds have a beat on us. Taking hits.
Volks Grenadiers getting some great hits there. If he gets Allied War Machine with a pair of Sherman tanks, that'd be quite useful. People use it with M10s, but Sherman tanks will be a little bit, bit more. Except versus all the Panzerschreck Grenadiers I've been seeing. Looks like that little hole there is traversable? No. Breachable? No. Walkable? Probably.
Crowds are pounding on a
Can't think of a good word for that spot. And now we actually have some Vet 2 LMG Grenadiers. Ooh. You don't see that all. You don't hardly even see the LMG upgrade.
Crowds are pounding on a forward emplacement.
Oh, Panzerschreck was thrown in the mix as well. Not sure why though.
Crowds are pounding on a forward emplacement.
But this Vet 2 Grenadier with LMGs does get suppressed there by the suppressive fire from the Bar Rifleman. Medics still rushing forward, trying to get some casualties recovered.
Losing a munition sector.
Looks like this pair of casualties right here. They do get crushed there, and actually the medic gets crushed, but the casualties actually don't get crushed. Looks like he's pinging somewhere.
Are winning the battle. Get back on the
And again, he's having some connection issues. Over here, we got the Panzerschreck squads capturing multiple points, including the VP. There's a double capture in favor of the Axis players. Over here, we got the Sherman tank advancing, trying to hit the Shimvagen. Pack 38 does get a good hit in.
Supply lines
Multiple
are
good hits
broken.
in.
We have territory cut off from supply.
Up north, he does find the MG42. It's a Vet 2 MG42. And Propaganda War forces back the Rifleman. I think he was going for a grenade. He is still in arc, but does recover from suppression. The snipers pushing their way forward, and that squad, both of them decide to fall back. Nothing much they could do except for dying. Sherman tank is still in the region.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
Doesn't appear to be any landmines in the region. Down south, we got the Pioneers and Grenadiers advancing. He's getting some good damage there onto that Rifleman. One left. I think there's more than one sniper left. Because he had 3 for a time being. Yeah, those are 3 snipers. There are still plenty of snipers out in the field, and there are Veteran C2. 2 US snipers advancing, along with 2 riflemen. This rifleman will be captured the fuel point. This Grenadier here will be captured the standard VP. So since there's only one type of VP anyways. It is standard. We do have these Grenadier forces pushing their way forward. 1 MP40, 1 LMG42. 2 engineers, a 3rd Flamer engineer rifleman from his teammate, and the Sherman tank making their advance. Getting a good hit there on the Volks Grenadiers. Panzerschreck does connect. Looks like this LMG is also upgraded for Panzerschreck. Oh, maybe the LMG was was a mistake at one point in time. But it's a mixed combat squad.
Infantry squad reporting casualties.
Good hits there. Armor reduction has been selected. Let's switch over to his teammate. Multiple hits there onto that Sherman tank. And we've got double armor. Looks like we have double armor. Both of them gone for Allied War Machines. We're going to may see a flood of Allied tanks. 3 snipers. Does drop one of the bars there. Trying to rush them forward. And that one man of that squad, it will manage to escape on out of there, but barely. Does pick up the bar. And these Grenadiers and Riflemen, I believe, are both getting burned up a bit. Let's switch over to this Axis player. This is the one that's gone for the stun grenades. Does use, and his teammate has gone for fear propaganda, so we've got 1 Blitzkrieg, 1 Terror. Let's keep the Blitzkrieg player selected. He's going for the... He has Blitzkrieg and the infantry assault teams, or the stormtroopers. So he's probably going to go next for manpower blitz, I'm guessing. Perhaps maybe we need to build some munitions OPs then. Good hits there on the MG42, Veteran C3. And the mortar crew does get decrewed. The rifleman charging on forward will overrun this Pak-38. Looks like he's out of support. US or Wehrmacht sniper still in the region from his teammate. 2 down, so he must have got 2 of those snipers. 1, yeah, that's definitely a sniper there, and that is definitely a sniper there as well. So he has taken out 2 of his 2 Wehrmacht snipers. There is a US landmine here, and oh, he found that other US landmine right there as well. Wait. And the Jeep found the Pak-38? What? How did the Jeep go down? This Pak-38. There we go. Some of those initial vehicles are starting to be clean, or has been cleaned on up. The Pak-38 will be secured. This is the range of the base MG, and the Sherman tank here is wounded, but able to help secure it. Asking for if there's one sniper left.
Cowards attack our forward base.
MG42 inside casualty recovery bunker will receive quite a bit of hits there, while the bunker itself is about ready to go down. Sherman tank does get the kill there on the bunker. Pak-30 is getting 2 hits in. And we've got this unswept mine here. That's like the partially swept mine. Apparently the sweeping progress is actually carries over. Never do that. So usually they get it or don't get it. Sherman tank gains some good damage in. Pak-30 is set up camouflage as well. Now got the stun grenades being thrown out by this LMG, HMG, Panzerschreck squad. Actually, no, that one doesn't have the Panzerschreck. This is a different grenadier. Maybe. Yep, that's actually a different squad for LMG. So he's actually going for LMGs purposely. If so far he's gotten 2 LMGs.
Enemy in location. We have a lot of incoming.
MP40 Volks in a good position there. Will hit these units as they start advancing. This rifleman squad is severely
We're losing
wounded.
territory. Resources for Blitz are now available.
Now he has the manpower blitz. Need to perhaps get some munitions OPs to get more manpower. His teammates Terror Doctrine will not mind having extra munitions as well. Propaganda War is very good, plus V1s, Firestorms, other good items like that. Though, against double armor, they don't realize that it's not going to be that effective. I don't think they've revealed what doctrines they have gone so far. We've got Sherman tank from both players, so both players have gone for Sherman tanks. Propaganda War looks like it's outright missed there. And a Wehrmacht Panther has been deployed on out. No levels of efficiency just yet. Got the Panther, does get a good hit there. And double snipe there, dropping both of those support weapons. He does not... Okay, this Grenadier can pick up a weapon. The Pioneers can perhaps pick up the Panzerschreck, while the LMG should be picked up by the Grenadiers. Another good hit there. He can crush over tank traps, but will have reduced speed. And does spot it there for a moment, but doesn't get the kill. Was that Calliope? Got Calliope raining on in. While the MP40 Volks Grenadiers making their advance. Hitting that captured Pak-38 significantly.
Pioneer squad reports. Replacements have arrived. Pay attention.
Oh, so they're going to swap sides? There are also some Wehrmacht landmines in the field. Also, a good amount of wire there. He said OPs. Has he gone for OPs? Nope, doesn't look like he's gone build any OPs just yet.
Victory point captured.
Grenadiers getting some good hits there onto the riflemen.
Veterancy gained.
Now it does have veterancy 1 tanks. Which would be very useful for that Panther, that's for sure.
Pride of the fatherland.
He does have enough manpower for manpower blitz.
We have a lot of incoming fire.
And no second upgrade on this Grenadier squad just yet. Panther is now responding. Pack 38 rotating over. Gets good 1 hit there, and another good hit there as well. So gets 2 hits so far. And the Sherman tank will fall back. Sniper and Sherman tank gets both good hits there onto that Grenadier. The Grenadier
Defended
will
the
get wiped out.
fatherland until death.
Wasn't really paying attention to how many squad members were left.
Incoming gunfire. Both grenadiers hold steady.
Riflemen, they may have sticky grenades, but by the looks of it, no, they do not. MP40 Volks could start pursuing the squads. Let's do a propaganda war, forcing them back. And we do have these squads
Team is fueled up.
eyeing the capture of the central VP. I think he may have pinged something. Okay, we got a good number of tanks here. Okay, all 3 of those from the same player, while his teammate has a Jeep here. I see another triangle on the map, but we've got King Tiger already deployed out on the field. So that's going to be a heavy asset they're going to have to focus down. The Sherman tanks could potentially swarm the King Tiger, get some rear armor hits, but even then, there's a lot of support here.
The enemy has 300 points.
10, 8, 33. So we've got 3 snipers versus 3 snipers. 13, 17, and 1. Jeep does receive a miss there from the Panda Shrek. We may see a manpower blitz. And that Grenadier does go down to the Sherman tank. Multiple sticky grenades there. 3 sticky grenades. Do have a damage engine. While the snipers are engaged in long range, does get 1 counter snipe there. And Propaganda War does come forward, not pushing back multiple of those squads. Not sure where the rest of the US snipers may have went. Sherman tank receiving quite a bit of fire right now. Another sticky bomb has been thrown. No additional engine damage. Rolls a miss there, so the Sherman tank will stay alive.
Porter reporting.
Good hits down the casualty recovery bunker or medic station. It does find a landmine there. And there goes that medic station. Multiple snipers pushing the way forward. I think they overkilled on that one model. Does get counter sniped there.
Cowards attack our forward base.
Getting some good hits there on the Sherman tank now. Trying to repair up
Americans
the
are capturing a sector.
King Tiger. Does receive some good sniper hits there and almost lose our entire rifleman squad here.
Reserves hold an assault force for us. They need deployment location.
Rifleman does fall back and looks like did he lag out or did he actually back out of the game?
Our opponent has 200 points.
He may have actually backed out of the game. That's a little bit too early for that. I mean, there's still a good number of Shermans out in the field. All had the 76 millimeters. And looks like both of them have backed out.
Cowards attack our forward base.
Maybe a little bit too early.
Shit out of them!
But the Axis players do have a lot of tickets remaining. Yeah, I'm just going to fast forward. Oh, wait, and that was the end of the replay. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching and signing off. And that's the end of that replay. A bit of a short one, but nothing too significant. On to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the north side as the US player, we have Dumas TV. Spawn on the south side as the Wehrmacht player of 13876650063.
Engineer squad ready, sir.
He is the Panzer Elite player, not Wehrmacht player. I'm not sure who I said it was.
Welding, shooting, and sleeping. It's all the same to me.
Double engineer opener.
It's complete. As ordered.
And will likely go for a rifleman. Yes, he will. So, pretty standard opener by the US player. Looks like the Panzer Elite players are eyeing perhaps a second squad of Panzer Grenadiers. Yep, he does.
Capture the location.
Over here, there's engineers capturing the munitions point. Overall, just early capping game. Both of these Panzer Grenadiers are advancing, maybe eyeing to
Squad reporting.
engage that engineer.
It's ours. What say we lock it down?
Kaliningrad will come forward and spot everything. Does manage to bully those engineers off the capture point and immediately gets that thing decaptured. He's not going to like that. Kaliningrad roaming around. We do have another Kaliningrad deployed on the field, so it's going for a kill team of Panzer Grenadiers. Probably going to get the other one upgrade of G43s. While these Kaliningrads going around, bullying around these infantry units. Jeep's making his way forward, getting some good damage there onto the Panzer Grenadiers. And the Jeep will not be able to save that rifleman from being forced to fall back. Sorry, I'm gonna get a bit more caffeine into me.
Enemy unit down.
He does take out that Kaliningrad there with the Jeep.
Recon ready.
And these Panzer Grenadiers could go for this cutoff point. Getting that decaptured would be very useful. Let the
Under attack.
G43 squad maintain the light cover. Or the Kaliningrad
We're
can
losing
do
a
it.
strategic sector.
We do have a Kampfgruppe company being deployed on out.
Sound up! Rally on me!
Tally ho, we're good to go.
The Jeep is making its way forward, making some good damage there. But we've got these Panzer Grenadiers behind heavy cover now. Rifleman maybe eyeing to engage that strategic port to try to capture it up, or the engineers can. He does bully around these G43 squads with his Jeep, knocking them out of cover a bit. But now there's two squad of riflemen here. Engineers are repairing up the Jeep. The Jeep is quite wounded. Kaliningrad also trying to knock around these forces as well.
Keep those rifles ready!
And that Pentagon squad will be forced to fall back. Engineers should start eyeing to capture that point as soon as possible to get back all of his income. Pentagon just making an advance, trying to capture up this point.
Didn't even notice.
And Jeep will back away.
Rifle squad deployed.
Nothing other riflemen, so he's gone for 3 riflemen, which is pretty standard. As well as, I need to turn on this other light. I'll be right. Just need to stand up and turn on my other soft light up in their area.
Engineers have taken a point.
Extra lighting does help me stay a bit more alert. Maybe I shouldn't put those those blue lights in, because blue lights tend to make, believe it or not, some train stations put blue lights in to help cause a little bit of pain and awareness, to prevent people from accidentally, say, falling asleep and falling the lines. It also helps prevent suicide, apparently. Just has to change the lighting, just to make people ever so slightly discomfortable. Injury has track.
Objective secure.
Trying to push his way forward. He will need to get out Pack 38 or Greyhound help deal with that. Jeep is here as well. And that squad is a G43 squad in the back of that half track. The Jeep is charging on forward. Macy, and he is getting some good damage there onto that rifleman. You may need to go for some early sticky bombs as well.
We're taking some heat. We've got new recruits.
Does force back that rifleman.
Now we can get those wounded fixed up. Listen up, rifle squad.
And got a very forward triage center.
Operation
Interesting.
Post report, we are
That
losing
will
the
allow
sector.
him to engage while on the effects of healing. Jeep's now severely wounded. Rifleman charging forward does have some bar riflemen to help engage these forces, but there's a lot of forces here, including another infantry half track. So going for a heavy mounted playstyle. Does find a landmine there, gets an engine damage. But of course, Panzer Grenadiers can repair that up and get reinforced by that half
Got
track.
hostiles
They're
in
taking
the
one of our
compound.
points.
Base is under attack. Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Jeep is still alive, getting repaired on up. And he needs to get this cutoff point, because without that, he's not getting much income, just small amounts of income from the left flank. Speaking of flank, looks like he's going for a pretty sizable flank there.
Our victory point.
Engineers may be eyeing to push forward to capture this standard point, while the riflemen coming for a pretty sizable flank. There's quite a bit of light cover here, including some heavy
Supply lines
cover.
are broken.
Another infantry half track has been deployed now, so it's like he's going for a lot of infantry half tracks. He may need to lock in airborne or infantry, just bring in some infantry held AT to deal with these squads. Paratroopers and rangers could be quite useful. Infantry half tracks have seen quite a bit of fire there. Does get some suppression there on this engineer squad, and does not manage to secure up that point. There is some heavy cover deployed there, very nice. That could be very useful. Another rifleman being deployed on out.
Ready to fight, sir. Rifles on me.
Jeep finds a bit of angle there to get some damage in. The Jeep is trying to make its way forward. We'll just draw some fire there, which is actually going to be very important with these riflemen.
Under fire, we're
Jeep has received quite a bit of fire there now. As riflemen try to charge on forward, trying to get these guys. The Jeep will stay alive for now. And it looks like the engineers will manage to capture up that VP. Not VP, standard point. It does get some engine damage there. It does fully out of control.
Enemy unit down.
Getting a lot of those models as well.
We have paratroopers circling the field. They're asking for drop coordinates.
Okay, it's gone for airborne. Paratroopers could be very useful, especially the recoilless rifles. Needs a bit of more manpower for that. These forces are starting to get quite wounded.
Observation posts report we are losing a sector.
And the Kaliningrad does get damaged into there. Doesn't he capture that point? But these forces are severely wounded. Jeep does go for a nice body block there. Those two riflemen are currently suppressed while the engineers are advancing. Jeep getting some great body block there. Jeep itself may go down, but it does abandon the half-track. Half-track does go down as well and does do a mass retreat there. More infantry half-tracks making their way forward. An airborne squad has been deployed. Definitely going for recoilless rifles.
We're losing a strategic sector.
And he is trying to repair a wall in combat as well.
Sound off, airborne. Rally on me.
Airborne are being upgraded with recoilless rifles. Very nice. They may have been spotted already.
Territory cut off from supply.
This infantry half-track has his engine repaired. This point is being captured by the Kaliningrad. Riflemen and airborne making their advance. We may see recoilless rifles getting some good hits there on the half-track.
We got a bazooka.
One good hit there. Does get suppressed a bit there. Engineers do not get a flamer burst there onto this big group of squad of units. Got engine damage onto the infantry half-track now. As this infantry half-track is advancing, we'll receive some engine damage there. And half-track does go down. Fired up has been activated.
Enemy unit squad reporting casualties.
He has lost one of his engineer squads, and all the half-tracks do go down. Excluding this Kaliningrad, which is more or less a half-track, but not really.
AT paradrop is now available.
That could be very useful as well. And you still may need to get a supply yard to help produce upkeep, but that's about it. He may just want to avoid heavy assets for the time being. He definitely wants to get this point recovered.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
We're back at full fighting strength. Paratroopers on point.
It does destroy one of the carcasses there. Count the Burgundy to recover all those infantry half-tracks. Without many infantry half-tracks on the field, it may actually be worth for Burgundiga. Oh. Thank you for the raid of 27. Holy crap. Just US versus Panzer Elite. Panzer Elite so far has lost about 5 or 6 infantry half-tracks. He has rotated on to another structure. He's actually going for the increased squad size. So he's bringing out some 4-man squads. He has so far now has 4 G43 squads left. And I think he may have gone for Scorched Earth. Thank you for the follow. That may have been let's see, Mr. Sleaze, thank you for the follow.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
Yep, Panzer Grenadiers are pushing the way forward. Now they do have Zeal, not 4-man squads, it's Zeal. I get those icons sometimes mixed up. It looks like a 4-man squad upgrade icon. Panzer Grenadiers are behind light cover, engaging the riflemen with the bar upgrade. this cutoff point has, well, been cut off, so he's denying some bit of income there. And the G43 squad should be able to open well with this Rifleman, no problem. Rifleman may be eyeing to get this VP, but there's of course the booby trap. Rifleman making their advance, capture the fuel point now, or decapturing it. Rifleman could hop inside the garrison, but there's only one good window on this side. He's going to fall back to this squad here, so there are going to be 3 squads of Riflemen versus 3 squads of Panzer Grenadiers. Both sides have access to a suppressive fire, so it could go either way, but the Panzer Grenadier player does not have a whole lot of munitions for it. Airborne with cordless rifles, no more targets left for them to shoot, but does spot the Panzer Support Command and an STG squad. In this current situation, Panzer 4C wouldn't be half bad. Do have some suppressive fire abilities being utilized. Getting some good damage across the squads. One Panzer Grenadier has fallen back. All of them have veterancy 1 accuracy. Suppressive fire does come forward on that Panzer Grenadier. Just 1 remaining. Most of these models were quite spread out. And the Riflemen are trying to pursue this Panzer Grenadier point blank range. Veterancy 1 of that Rifleman will come in handy. And he's going to capture the rest of that fuel point there. The one this squad does actually fall back. Over here, this Rifleman is capturing that mission point while going for the cutoff point as well.
The rank of Veteran Sergeant is available for assignment.
Looks like a Veteran Sergeant upgrade has been researched. Booby trap hasn't been triggered. Not so sure where. It may have been right there. Looks like it was laid by a Kettengrad with the incendiary effect. Or maybe that's a different... Maybe that was an incendiary grenade. And then all of a sudden just got quiet, including the music. We do have some multiple US landmines being deployed out by these engineers. Very nice. The Recordless Rifle Squad does fall back. What has so far gotten? Just upgrades apparently. So it's going to be infantry on infantry. And both players should know what each other's doctrine are. Airborne, a pretty good giveaway, but the booby traps are, of course, quite important as well. So we may see some Hummels against airborne players. Not necessarily half bad, since he doesn't really. Most airborne players don't exactly get out vehicles. So Hummels are bombarding the infantry wouldn't be bad.
Send you a mission order.
SDG squad looks like also rigging up that point to explode. G43 squad, of course, runs away from the flamers. Landmine's been found. This one may be found as well, and so is Buddy. Nope, maybe? That was...
Squad ready for orders.
And does find that one there. Though it was a pretty minor hit. Riflemen making their advance, and we do have kind of grab booby trapping points as well.
We are losing ground.
Engineers, of course, get overwhelmed, and they could split up their forces, capture both those points. Riflemen, however, going deep, trying to eye for this VP. There is a booby trap on that point, which will stall them out, and we do got this squad behind some heavy cover as well. Capturing speed has increased, so it's gone for more and more Panzer Grenadier upgrades, so it's just transitioning to a full Panzer Grenadier upgrades.
Bases under enemy broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Don't see any other upgrades at the moment. And this Panzer Grenadier does hop inside the building, but will get easily overwhelmed. It does get a couple models there. This Panzer Grenadier is trying to come over here to support. And that maybe a wipes on that squad. He's trying to run around. It sounds like booby trap was triggered. Right there. And this Panzer Grenadier squad will actually escape on out there. Both of these Rifleman squads are falling on back. Take anti-tank guns, set up along the hedge line while the Riflemen capture these points. Not going for the VP just yet. The VPs are quite similar at the moment. Both of them well above 400. Now we have these Rifleman squad. Perhaps I need to go for this fuel point here. A lot of explosions, that's for sure. And immediately going for a booby trap there.
Torp ready.
Airborne? Is that just reinforcing, or is it going for a new squad? Maybe that was for supplies? It may have been the squad, because see one model right there away from the rest of the group. STG squad sticking to light cover. And just overall avoiding combat. These Panzer Grenadiers just trying to move together. Of course, got this AT gun deployed on out. That was likely actually from the motor pool, since it doesn't have airborne models.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
STG squad sticking to light cover now, and will be advancing. And does get the win in that engagement. These G43 squads may iron suppress some of these squads, and ooh, airborne run. Airborne straight run gets all the G43 squads pinned. STG squad still advancing, but they will get overwhelmed by these two squads. One of them has efficiency 2. Booby trap has been triggered here. Late response, but does avoid the explosions.
One of our sectors has been cut off.
Looks like destroying some hedges right there. And now we do have a 222 now being deployed on out.
Awaiting instructions.
We are losing
On
a
the left
sector.
side, we've got some tank traps being deployed out. Maybe trying to interrupt that Captain Grad.
Grenadier reinforcement completed. Infantry section ready.
And these Grenadiers are perhaps eyeing for this garrison. There's still this remaining landmine. Airborne are at Veteran C1, but we're seeing quite a bit of fire there from 3 squads. Maybe eyeing for a grenade as it go around the corner. Yeah, he's going for a grenade.
Lines are broken.
Relatively decent grenade. Got quite a bit of damage there, but nothing too crazy. Does find that landmine. Actually, no, got spotted and destroyed. Some Barbar being deployed out as well. He does get one of the models there, but now the engineer will need to fall back relatively soon. Panzer Grenadiers are falling back. We've got the riflemen pushing their way forward. We'll spot this munitions point here, and of course all the structures. But it is booby trapped.
Receiving you loud and clear.
222 may make his advance. And it looks like all the riflemen squad are falling back. 222 squad going to move towards this point here. And we've got AT gun now advancing once again as his Panzer Grenadiers eyeing to capture up the central VP. Does find a landmine there laid down by those engineers as my camera goes crazy. AT gun, of course, does roll a miss. Rifleman making an advance. Veteran C2 rifleman. And the 2-2 is out on the field, which can be a bit disruptive to these riflemen. But as long as that AT gun still alive and maybe some sticky bombs out, you won't have any big issues.
Ready, go ahead. We are taking fire.
Right now, storing up his CPs, maybe eyeing for either home or sector artillery once he needs it.
The enemy advances.
And does go ahead and decapture that point with his airborne. The airborne have become a bit more relevant now, seeing they have their horse rifles to engage that 2-2. And he's going to booby trap that point, not eyeing to disable that point.
Capturing a sector.
Ready to roll out.
Land some landmines that could snare that 2-2. Late response here, he's going to get one of the models. Yep, he will get one of the models.
We must protect our munitions from enemy advances.
And we'll force back that squad there with the 2-2. Over here, we do have the engineers and riflemen make their advance. Could go for this cutoff point, but there won't really be much of cutoff after this rifleman decapture that point.
Find that shooter. Go ahead.
STG squad still unvetted. And US sniper has been deployed now, and there's this landmine still in the region as well. Looks like there's 2 landmines. Panzer Grenadiers can push their way forward. They may find this landmine there. 2-2 is pushing, getting some good strafing hits there, but with airborne,
Given their lives for
Ooh.
the homeland.
one of the squads get fully wiped by that strafing run.
Upgraded and ready for
So 222's going to try to keep to the edges, trying to start picking away against these forces.
moving.
Riflemen do fall back.
Upgraded.
Attention, the enemy advances.
And we do got another boob trap. Right there. Does miss. Looks like it was laid down by the Captain Grad because the incendiary effect was there. And the
Joyce
Panzer Grenadiers.
Buster. Roadblocks are now at our disposal.
Okay, he's got it for roadblocks. Over here, ooh, STG squad engaging flame at point blank range. So the STG squad will win out. He does apply another landmine there. It will be spotted with a pair of feet. Oh no, that was actually cancelled, not fully built. 30 cal emplacement has been deployed, and now the 222 could take it out. While the AT gun is getting overwhelmed, he's trying to hunt down that sniper, getting some great hits on the sniper itself. The sniper may want to hide, get inside the garrison. AT gun was decrewed, and the sniper does go down. Still no sticky bombs out, but does wipe out that STG squad.
Contact. MD. Covering fire.
All of his forces now falling back. We got the 222 sort of reverse moving to engage the. Actually, he's going to destroy the AT gun, not the machine gun placement. Will take a bit of time though.
Loud and clear. Set.
Captain Grad is eyeing to capture this munitions point, while
Schützentrupp ready.
these Grenadiers are, of course, healing, reinforcing, all that stuff. No additional upgrades at this time.
Panzerfaust. Hit them. You're distracting our aim.
Airborne squad getting some good hits there. Looks like the 30 cal team has been claimed. Okay, there's a mortar underneath it. I was getting confused by that circle.
Resistance eliminated.
Oops. That must have been a reconnaissance run. Let's switch back to the US player, because we may see what ability he's going in for.
Stand by, airborne squad.
Okay, those are G43 rifles, not snipers. But another strafing run in, forcing back all three of those squads. 30 cal is in the building. Did receive quite a bit of fire though. And that point has been booby trapped.
Squad reinforced. Taking fire.
SCG squad does finally drop a member there, and it's now Vet 2 rifleman. Quite a bit of veteran stance rifleman, at least Vet 3, Vet 2, Vet 1, Vet 0. He has a straight. And I do see a booby trap here.
Objective secured. Rifle squad defending. And that's the ball game. Construction finished.
Of course, that riflemen get pretty overwhelmed by 3 pounds of Grenadiers. We do have now 2 222s. This is a fresh one here, 0 kills. This one has 9 kills and 1 vehicle. Must have been from...
Engineers get the pit.
No, probably wasn't from the Jeep. Not so sure what actually this vehicle was. Engineer squad, of course, getting way overwhelmed. He's trying to move forward, try to get this heavy cover. As the G43 squads are just trying to blob their way forward. A lot of heavy cover there for the US player, and the engineer drawing fire is actually a pretty good thing. Though he could try to rush on forward, get some flamer bursts in. Does slow down one of those riflemen. Does do a full retreat there.
Get down. Full arm fire.
Rifle airborne may go forward with a grenade, but nails his own machine gun bunker right there. He's a bit more munitions for a strafing run. I have a good feeling it's going to be a strafing run right here.
The enemy is down to 300 points.
And a Hellcat has been pulled now, trying to go for some crushes there. He could follow them back home to get a nasty strafing run. M1 AT gun still alive. We do have two 222s and one Captain Grad. Hellcat going deep. He could go for a crush. He could go for a nasty strafing run. A strafing run could have been actually worse, but does get a crush there, wiping out a squad. Two to two does go down. The carcass does get crushed there, so it can't be recovered. And the 2-2 here just going to play some Ring Around the Rosies. Also got 4-man squad upgrade. Not sure if we've seen that yet, or I've pointed it out yet. A Flak Irving does receive a hit there.
Enemy unit down.
And does get the Flak Irving down there. This 2-2 still has quite a bit of health. YATF track trying to get a crit shot there onto the Hellcat. Some of the models do go down that burst, or that booby trap. .30 cal does get inside the garrison. It is a bit wounded. It does get one of the models right there. Armor cars making its way forward. So you have these Panzer Grenadiers. Some of them are in light cover, which is useful for him. There's a US landmine there, so he has to be careful with that. He's going for a crush. Oh, and that was a pretty good crush there. Panzer Grenadiers pushing the way forward. Is the STG squad. The 2-2 is still alive. Light TA track and Kuttingrad could go around to catch some points on the flank, but we do got multiple US booby trap here and here. Decides to do 2 full retreats. That was an incendiary trap there, and this was a Panzer Grenadier trap. Going for a fresh 30 cal bunker. But we're seeing quite a bit of hits there since it's still in the construction stage. Trying to disrupt it. Great crush down to the G43 squad. Down to one last member there. Tank Buster or regular Panzer does get a full immobilization crit there by the light ATF track. Does lose the Hellcat. Another good hit there. Hellcat's going to try to pursue that light ATF track. He has to be careful for any more mobilizations. 2-2 does receive some fire there. And then maybe... Ooh, that was close. .30 cal bunker was completed.
We're losing them as fast as we're getting them.
And it looks like he's going to destroy the carcass. I saw a landmine at their feet. Yeah, there's actually a landmine sort of stuck at their feet, but I don't see any landmines actually deployed in this area. Panzer Grenadiers eyeing for another booby trap again.
We're losing them as fast as we're getting them.
Armor car is getting repaired on up. And this Hellcat does camouflage right there. Nothing being reported on Tank Depot.
Observation posts report
He is now finally going for some sticky bombs, which could be very useful. 30 cal could be loaded with some armor-piercing rounds to engage that armored car. And we've got these riflemen engaging the STG squad at point-blank range, while the 30 cal is severely wounded. 30 cal does manage to escape out of the building. Looks like it was not loaded with armor-piercing rounds. Riflemen do get inside the garrison to help prevent those Panzer Grenadiers from gaining garrison for their own. On the side, we've got these riflemen advancing, trying to capture multiple points. Does avoid the booby traps. No booby trap has been spotted. That one was a pretty quick detonation there. So that squad is quite wounded.
I got a bad feeling about this, Sarge.
Rifleman receiving a bit of fire there by the 222.
Just tell us what you need us to do.
We're losing ground out there.
And he capture that point in time.
Tank killer here.
There is a Panther truck here, which can do some good damage against the Hellcat. The 2-2 is at 2 levels of efficiency, both in defense. And this group does get suppressed there by the 30 cal. Very nice. This building's also 30 cal, so he's crewed both 2 30 cals from the airborne weapons drops. I doubt he actually built them.
Infantry squad reporting
Ooh,
casualties.
and he gets fully wiped there.
That's it. Construction finished.
Airborne squad does manage to get inside the base, does spot the Hummel. The Hummel's actually severely wounded. And here comes the Hummel barrage. It's actually not deployed. Trying to get this general area.
Enemy truck right fucking there. We're losing them as fast as we're getting them.
Looks like he's trying to hit that AT gun. And looks like the 30 cal emplacement is still very
have
much
200
alive.
points left.
Suppressing these groups, the Panther does get the kill there. And a regular Sherman tank has been deployed now. A regular Sherman tank, of course, pretty effective versus infantry. Needs to make sure he hits that 30 cal, not 30 cal, Panther squad. Over here, looks like he may have received some fire there from a booby trap.
We're losing them as
It's hard to tell from which explosion was the booby trap he was avoiding.
Let through is lost.
Hellcat may get a good hit there on this armored car.
Taking fire.
It does get a good hit there. Of course, it'll take 3 more hits to kill it. Make that 2 more hits to kill him. Recon's overflight coming on in. And does immediately get shot down by the 222. And don't see a crit shot there onto the Hellcat. Hellcat is quite wounded, so the Panther finished it off and gets a crit shot.
Taking hit.
Does get a destroyed engine, so it can still crawl away.
Taking fire here. Sherman on point. We have contact.
Sherman tank could roll on over, trying to help engage, and there's another strafing run there, preventing the advance on that Hellcat.
They're firing on us.
Now got some artillery raining on in. And does get a direct hit there onto the Hellcat, destroying it. And I think a landmine there as well.
Reported.
The Sherman tank cow is much more valuable. Does get a full immobilization crit there. Damage into there onto the light ATF track. I don't see any sort of, what's it called? Engineer
Fuel point
spec
is being
group.
seized.
Throws some frags over the hedge line, very nice. Riflemen and airborne charging on forward. They do have the course repulsed rifles, and this flat curving was killed a long time ago, so there's no base defenses to prevent them from overrunning the region. At least on that side. Another frag grenade thrown. The Sherman tank capacity force fire the ground. We do got the AT gun now sieging these structures. It does get suppressed there by some of the STGs. We also got a booby trap being rigged there, or tripped. Another one here. That one could get some more hits there. I'm going to keep that squad selected. Nope. It looks like that squad will stay alive. Still fully immobilized there. He just needs that engineer to push forward and tap his wrench, and he'd be good to go.
Our forces are taking casualties.
Looks like that engineer squad does get wiped out by the 222. AT gun is receiving some fire here. Fresh Hellcat does roll a miss there onto the 222. Panther and G43 squads are quite veteran and does get the decrew there on the AT gun. The Panther squad could finish it off, though he could claim it for himself since he has a 4-man squads. Sherman tank now receiving some fire there from that Panzerschreck.
We're losing ground out there.
Hellcat on the feet.
30 cal suppressing this G43 squad. Hellcat trying to charge on forward, try to get crushed. Was unsuccessful on top of that Panzerschreck squad.
Enemy fire. We're taking heat.
Hummel now receiving some fire there, but do got another engine crit there. Now fully immobilized as well. The light TF track could back away. I let the Panzerschreck finish him off. And Hummel going for a barrage miss on top of the AT gun. And there goes the Hellcat. He may need to get some bombing runs and start sieging these base locations with the bombing runs. He has plenty of command points, so I'm not so sure why he's not going for it just yet.
Hellcat taking hit.
But let's see, satisfied those strafing runs. Great hits there. Fully immobilized, trying to get the Hummel. Hummel gets a destroyed engine.
Enemy unit
Hummel
down.
does go down.
Losing a
And now the Hellcat receiving quite a bit of fire. Going for the Flak Irving. With that Flak Irving down, he has no more base defenses. But does not get the kill there on the Flak Irving.
Covered. Taking fire.
There's also a frag grenade there. STG squad trying to charge her forward, but that's a Vet 3 rifleman.
Airborne. Welcome to France.
We are losing a fuel point. Enemy unit down.
And he does get that Panzer Grenadier with STGs fully wiped.
Take cover.
Another booby trapped.
Check your ammo.
Sherman tank is still alive, but quite wounded now. One more Panzerschreck and he's out. Needs to start hitting that Panzerschreck squad, that's for sure. 30 cal's trying to cover him. Looks like he has a main gun destroyed. Now just has to rely on the whole mount.
Forces are taking
Oh,
casualties.
the coaxial. And the whole mount. And that Sherman tank there was very... sometimes in a weird position, hard to kill. And didn't have any AT grenades to throw over that hedge either. STG squad trying to stay on the
We're
defense.
losing a munition sector. The enemy
Now we
has
do have
100
another
points
fresh
counting
Sherman tank.
down.
30 cal is set on up. It is in light cover thanks to that landmine detonation there.
Goddamn much.
But he looks like he will get overwhelmed. We do have a Bergantiga deployed on the field.
Objective secured.
Let's see, what else can he recover that Bergantiga? He's deployed a lot of infantry half-tracks, but I don't think any of their carcasses remain. Yeah, I don't see any of them remaining.
Fire. Loading. Get another belt in there. MG. Ready.
Right, the riflemen do manage to
Our
recover
supply
that
lines are
30
being
cal.
threatened.
Yep, that's still alive to do. So the Hummel is now fully recovered, not fully repaired. Its main gun's still destroyed. Its main gun's now fully repaired.
They're taking one of our points.
So I got a recon run. We'll spot the Bergantiga. He was going there
Fighter bomber
for...
support
Oh,
is circling for orders.
now he has the bombing run now available. Bring in the bombing run somewhere. On top of the Hummel? On top of there? That was a bit wasteful.
Discharge. Airborne under fire.
Good hits there.
Snipers ready for action.
Rifleman and airborne start making
Enemy
advances. He's
unit
fired up.
down.
Does take out the light ATF track, but the Bergantiga's still
Sherman's been
alive.
destroyed.
He can still recover it. Did you say one of the Sherman's been destroyed? He may have lost a Sherman to somewhere? I'm not sure where his Sherman actually went down there. I know he had one in the build queue, but I didn't see it actually go down. Bergantiga providing me a good damage sponge. Is the Humo off for cooldown? Because that would be a great time for a Humo barrage. Doesn't go over sticky bomb there. Doesn't get any more engine damage. And his Panzer Grenadiers will need to be forced to fall on back. And that road does provide a bit of a speed boost there. There are two 30 cals
We're
here.
losing a strategic sector.
And that could provide some great suppression support. One-man squad does fall back. SDGs will get a nice flank there on this 30 cal as well. There is a US sniper here, 3 kills, so it's relatively fresh.
Airborne has hit the field. Got crowd activity over here.
And Humo is firing around somewhere. Last known location of the MG, so he does dodge to Humo. Fresh Hellcat, looks like someone use that to engage
Stand firm,
those
allies. The battle is
Humos
ours.
and other light vehicles.
Airborne taking fire.
And that Patrick does nail its own Bergantiga there, getting some good damage.
Hellcat, yep.
Hellcat is making his
Losing
advance.
ground
Does get a
out
good
there.
hit there. Bergantiga does receive a sniper hit there. It's not vulnerable to sniper hits.
Ready to go.
And the Hellcat's getting some good hits onto it. He has 100 munitions remaining, so not enough for a strafing run. And we got the Recoilless Rifles getting some good hits there onto the Bergantiga, but mostly just bouncing for the time being. After all, it is a Tiger
Going
chassis.
after one of our munitions points.
It is, I think, the Porsche Tiger chassis, though. I may be mistaken about that.
They keep firing on us. Got resistance here.
Good hits
Enemy
there.
unit
Does take
down.
out the Bergantiga, while the Panzer Grenadiers have seen quite a bit of fire.
Back in full fighting. Under fire. We're airborne.
On the right side, we do have these forces pushing the way forward, forcing back the STG squad. We do have the Kaliningrad going on catching points. Does avoid the US landmine.
Taking hits.
30 cal set up in a good position. You may see a frag grenade. This seems yeah, it does throw a frag grenade there. That's going to be a double kill if he did not retreat. And we've got a Humo barrage now raining on in.
The enemy is down to 25 points.
Armor car going around the flank, getting some good hits
The
there.
enemy is after our victory point.
Make it quick.
And the STG squad is now ripping apart that
Enemy unit
rifleman.
down.
Airborne, ready for
Casualties being reported.
We got company. Enemy close.
Looks like that rifleman squad does fully go down.
I just want to get home.
And there goes the STG squad.
Fall in.
3 riflemen remaining, 2 Vet 2, 1 Vet 3. Vet 2 sniper here, 8 kills.
Hellcat here.
Hellcat severely wounded.
We're back to full
No crit damage.
strength. Hellcat reporting.
Enemy unit
Does take
down.
out the 2-2, but does get taken out by the captured M1AT gun. Does decrew the M1AT gun with a strafing support, and the Pentrek doesn't have any targets left for shoot at other than other infantry. Getting some good suppression on in.
Got crowd activity over here.
Panzer Grenadiers are getting suppressed. We've got the Flamer squad pushing the way forward, and a 30 cal being redeployed. Flamer squad is falling back. We may see some sticky grenades onto this half track. It's severely wounded. Yep, also got engine damage. Actually, no, there's a regular frag grenade. Good frag
Enemy
grenade.
unit down.
MG squad is driving.
The Axis player's down to the last 4 tickets. That's why he was suicidal right there. And that appears like going to be game. Humo's going to be raining on barrages somewhere around here.
Rifle squad.
Our base is under attack.
And there goes a half track, and that's the end of the replay. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching. And yep, there's that one. Good to go. On to the next replay. For the few viewers that are still left in the stream, what do you have any preferences of which replay to cast? I got a good number of them stored up, ready to be. I haven't casted yet. Are y'all interested in a 1v1 or do I have any 2v2s? I actually don't have any 2v2s. Never mind. So, any preference in replays? Nope, I'll just cover the bottom one then. Howdy. Unless you had an idea of a replay, I'm just started, so I'm more than willing to stop this one. Oh, I'm just going to go ahead and get started then. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another not Dawn of War, Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the south side as the Wehrmacht player who's gone for quadruple pioneers. We have 77. Versus as the British player, we have Commando Kai. Hopefully he's going for commandos.
Pioneers, weapons check. Do you need any construction?
So we got five pioneer opener. So this one going for heavy captain pressure. Brits can be a bit slow, which makes sense. But that's still probably a little bit too many pioneers. Maybe he's going for the half track opener. I'm guessing. Not really much of an opener, but strategy. Yep, all 5 pioneers have been deployed on now. He's going to go out for Wehrmacht's quarter with this last one. Does not appear to be, so it looks like it's going to be some sort of tier 1 skipped.
No enemy in sight.
Probably straight to a half track for the mobile suppression reinforcements. Likely going to get some flamers and probably get some Vet 1 support infantry, as well as Vet 1 support light vehicles, I'm guessing.
I don't know if I can hold it. Jawohl, Mynheer.
Barbed wire being deployed on out. It's going for some entrenchment over here. I said entrenchment. Field fortifications? Either way.
Do you need any construction?
He has not got this cutoff point just yet. He is now going for it.
Pioneers here.
And he's doing a good job capturing the left flank. So 3 pioneers to the left, 2 pioneers to the right. We got the Bren carrier deployed on out. The HQ has not been packed on up. Let's switch over the Brit for right now. Got a double Bren carrier, so he's going for a very aggressive Bren carrier play. Interesting.
Capture complete, sir. Lads looking for a fight.
He's probably going to push this way forward and probably secure one of these fuel or munitions point, depending on which he wants more. Probably maybe for this fuel point as well. And it does immediately destroy out that barbed wire. He showed that pile of wire who's boss.
That's it, lads! Fucking stick it to 'em!
Ready for battle orders. Orders coming in.
Second Bren carrier has been deployed on out. He's going to go for a lieutenant now. But you need 15 fuel, right, for a lieutenant? Or was it 20 fuel?
Ready to roll.
We're listening.
Pioneer is now receiving quite a bit of fire right there.
Boys, listen up, gents.
Receiving. Go ahead.
Bren carriers are advancing. We've got an MMG carrier, so he's not going for a full mounted playstyle, just a heavy fire support playstyle? Not sure how to describe it. But either way, these pioneers will get overwhelmed by the Bren carrier. And this is not the scope rifle squad, so take a bit of time to capture all those points. The command truck has not been deployed just yet. He does spot the... He does realize what the playstyle his opponent has gone for. So switch over here. We do see the half track. Bit of trash talking there, and it's not the friendly kind. And may get the kill there on this pioneer. Sort of got him stuck inside the Bren carrier. Now going for some grenadiers over here. We do got the scope rifles engaging this pioneer. severely wounded. One well-placed bullet will take him out, but he does not get a well-placed bullet. Going for this.
We're losing
That's not a
territory.
cutoff point. But he would need to get this point and this point to cut off the resource sectors on the left. Looks like the truck has packed on up. It's making its way forward. We do got the Pioneers now advancing. We do have a Kampfgraf Center being deployed. No veteran seat just yet because it's not built.
They're firing on us.
Good hits there with the Pioneers. And we got the half-track now. Pushes his way
The
forward.
enemy is
He's
seizing
decaptured
our
this point.
territory.
Being inside the Bren carrier does provide, well, of course, protection from the half-track. But this Bren carrier may be eyeing to get some rear armor hits on the half-track. Or maybe just going to leave these guys behind. He should be able to decapture that before getting pinned. Getting some, or maybe not. So he won't be able to deny that income. MMG carrier pushes his way forward.
Let your fallen comrades inspire your wrath!
Zeal, so that's Terror Doctrine, right? Looks like the Wehrmacht player has gone for Zeal. Not Zeal, Terror. We do have, of course, the truck has been deployed on that fuel sector on the right, and also now deploying out Lieutenant. And the MMG carrier getting some great damage there onto the half track. He must have read his opponent quite well in order to bring out, and the MMG carrier is a great counter to that half track. Does take it out there. The Bren carrier is very resilient as well. So these Pioneers will take a bit of fire to take it out.
The German infantry unit has a line on us.
Supply lines are broken. We have a territory cut off from supply.
Now he's set up on a longer range. This point is cut off, denying all that income to the left now. Over here, we've got a Panzerstreck Panzer Grenadier here.
Listen up.
And both Bren carriers are still alive.
Capture bloody complete.
Scope rifles will receive a grenade, stick grenade. And he may have not actually dodged that grenade there.
Under fire.
He's going to retreat back to this HQ. Does have the infantry support truck. Does have the lieutenant here to support him, but he needs reinforcements and time to get another model out that has more health. Does use designated marksman there, just trying to stay alive, but he fails.
What are your orders?
The other carrier, he does have this Bren carrier, which could draw some fire for the lieutenant. Might as well bring it forward. It can draw some fire. It does have this other intersection here. Lieutenant needs to get towards the other side of the truck.
The Germans have
And the
taken one
Bren
of
and the
our
lieutenant's
strategic
almost gone down. Has one rifle remaining. It does fall
reporting they
back.
have destroyed a German target.
We do got the MMG carrier severely wounded.
Jerry's cut
No engine
forward
damage yet, so
supply
can still run away.
Forward OPs reporting a sector is under attack.
Establish a base here, lads.
He definitely needs sappers out. He does have, of course, the structure being deployed out now.
Where's that bloody coming from?
It looks like he's using the repair ability now. Does, however,
Forward
receive
supply
engine
lines are
damage. Does get some rear armor hits there, but that repair ability should allow him to crawl away. Actually, no, that repair ability is supposed to slow him down. So the engine's actually damage has been repaired.
Crew, stand by for orders.
These Bren carriers have still can get a bit more useful use out of them. He does, of course, have the MMG carrier, which can provide some good fire support. But he does have to be worried about, be careful of those Panzerstrecks.
HQ command truck is ready for action.
Deployed out a machine gun placement there. You don't really see those all too often, but that is a good placement for it. It will help suppress any infantry advance through that choke point while maintaining maximum range, so it can't just be popped out with Panzerstrecks and get back in the cover. Though it does probably need a bit of spotting. The lieutenant needs some healing as well.
Crew's listening,
Upgrading the other Bren carrier with the MMG carrier to provide some additional fire support. Probably just keep those guys on defensive. Fire, he gets one Panzerstreck hit there. The other one does connect, destroying that, what's it called, MG emplacement. Does use the Inspired Assault ability. but you're seeing quite a bit of fire by these two MMG carriers. Lieutenant does go down,
Lieutenant is KIA.
and the captain has been deployed out and is buffing this rifleman, not rifleman, intersection. The Bren carriers do manage to stay alive, both and severely wounded. Perhaps, yeah, he's getting out a steward and a sapper. Perhaps a repair sapper would be best to overheal these Bren carriers.
Combat group ready.
Captain will take time to capture these points. We do have these pioneers here, severely wounded. I honestly can't say who will win a fight between a full health captain and a versus very wounded pioneer at this point. I would assume the pioneers still win out, but I'm not exactly sure.
Ready for action.
Has also rotated the angle to cover a bit more to the left as well to help prevent flanking. Very nice.
MG ready.
Enemy target destroyed. Yeah, we're here!
I'm not sure what he actually destroyed. Maybe it was a bit of barbed wire here and there. There's actually some barbed wire there.
All complete over here. Ready for your orders.
Let's see over here. We do have one Panzerschreck here.
Roger, squared away here.
2 Panzerschrecks in total, and they're at Veterancy 2 as well.
Ready to move.
Oh, quite a bit of fortifications here as well. He has all his pioneers from the beginning of the game. How many does he still have left? Let's switch over to him, because I still want to keep the Brits player selected because he hasn't selected a Doctrine just yet. So he still has 4 pioneers. Using them just to go around, just build a whole bunch of fortifications would not hurt. Try and push forward, but that MG emplacement's doing great work. He needs to get that thing upgraded to a repair engineer. Overheal and machine gun placement would be very, very handy. Not being upgraded at anything at the moment, he may lose the MG emplacement for the next Panzerschreck hit, but he's currently suppressed. Inspired Assault has been activated, but there goes that machine gun placement. But he still has these 2 Bren carriers engaging those sappers, not sappers, Panzerschrecks. Our sappers do get fully wiped there. Fresh armor command truck being deployed out. Where is that Stuart? Now rolling on up. I have a good feeling it's going to be a canister round. Regular shot there. And does fully fall back with all those forces. He does wipe out the sapper. Overall, it's relatively good assault by the Wehrmacht player because he didn't sustain a huge amount of casualties and did take up the MG placement, the sapper, as with a couple other models here and there.
One captured.
He will now need to force a redeploy out, I guess, another Stuart and not a sapper.
Section is.
Scope rifle will still lie. He did lose the other infantry section, but this one, of course, is very important for capturing up, say, the left side of the map. This could be just go around, capture up the left flank, and just be also annoying. Only if you had that repair sapper for, well, not only for extra repairs, but for overhealing. Overhealing would have been so great for all these light vehicles. In fact, with 2 Stuarts and 2 Bren carriers, an overheal would be overhealing all this stuff would have been great.
HQ command truck is ready for action, sir.
He has deployed out pack guns. 2nd Stuart has been deployed. He's going to force fire and break through some of these stone walls. Starting open on up.
Ready to set off.
A sector is being overrun.
The VPs are in favor of the Axis player by a good margin, but there's currently triple capture in favor of the Brit. Soon to be just double capture, then single capture. Ooh, canister rounds. Nasty. Did he just wipe out a full squad there? Probably not. I could have sworn he had an extra squad of Grenadiers, but that may be Pioneers. There's the other squad of Grenadiers, so we only had 3 squads, not all 4.
Lads are ready, sir. What do you want me to do?
Sapper unit
Signal's
ready.
reading you.
Fuel
Go ahead,
support
short
CP
for
received.
Come on, repair engineers. Prove me right.
VPs reporting a sector is under attack.
Oh wait. He built those dragon's teeth. Captain does receive some bullets here. We may see a canister around here. I think he just used a bunch of munitions. Yep. Wasn't a really great canister around there, but pretty effective. Forces the retreat. Could potentially get the wipe. Depends how lucky this next shot is. Nope.
We've got rounds incoming!
Fist it back together. Ready to receive. Ready for your orders.
Scope rifle squad severely wounded. And he will be falling back with that. Does of course spot all this advancing force. He does have 76 munitions income, so he could make usage for a lot of canister rounds. And this one should be off cooldown. And it's going to break open this hedge to increase the amount of surface area he can advance through, rather than a small little choke. Which some of his own wire is still there. Says hi to the steward. Second steward's make his way forward. 25 pounder is probably a good idea to help engage the blob. He does have a lot of anti-blobbing tools, but his opponent does have, of course, a lot of anti-blobbing tools deployed out.
Munition stores.
Right, I'm in contact. Target secure.
Good job for the captain, but maybe a good time to retreat it back to get the defensive aura buff. Though he doesn't really have a whole lot of infantry for that, does he?
Right.
So maybe not needed. Now, if he's counting shots, he should realize there's now 2 AT guns. If he hadn't already spotted them already.
Where to now, sir? We're finished
20,
building.
2500 has been deployed.
Good to go with
The range mortar placement's pretty effective versus these units as well. Wait, was that a Seals calling artillery?
orders.
So I think it's gone for Royal Artillery. Mortar does get a great hit right there.
Team ready. Direct hit. Get us out of here.
Stuart's receiving some fire. Still no repair engine sappers. And these forces are receiving some hits there. Looks like got a officer artillery. Oh, no, that's a creeping barrage, isn't that? 25 pounder calling in a creeping barrage, trying to hit those pack guns. Plus the angles around this direction here. Yep.
The initiative is ours. Victory countdown start.
Creeping barrage came in at a very good time there.
Taking effective fire! The blocks are ready!
Though these intersections are still getting ripped apart by these AT guns somehow.
Ready for action!
Doesn't really have a medic station, casualty clearing station to help recover them. Also, he's hardly even got any infantry this entire game. Quite a bit of resources stored up as well. Maybe going for a Cromwell?
Stay wet, sir!
Could be a Kangaroo as well, but with now lack of infantry, maybe not a Kangaroo. So I'm not so sure what he's going to go for next. All that I know, he has a lot of resources stored up, and he can't get out Churchill Aviary since he already selected his doctrine. Captain does go down.
Is KIA.
Tank's been repaired.
25 pounders bring in a blind barrage, or a suppressive barrage he doesn't want to advance forward. Getting out another machine gun placement. Wide angle, pretty good. Though it's maybe could be pushed a little bit farther forward so his guys can retreat behind it rather than retreat in front of it, because they're still a bit exposed if they would retreat in front of it. Then again, he doesn't really have a whole lot of infantry to retreat. I need to keep reminding myself on that. Stuart's still in a good position there, keeping the flanks. Still no repair sappers. I generally do believe like the overhealing ability from repair sappers is incredibly good,
Contact. We're hit. We're
especially for these lighter vehicles. This canister round.
Seizing territory.
Yep,
France.
canister rounds right on top of the Vet 3 Panzerschreck. They're all Vet 3 anyways. And does force back both the squads. This Panzerschreck squad will receive some hits. He does of course spot the machine gun emplacement.
Section ready.
And the mortar emplacement got some great hits there on the pack gun. It does get
German
decrewed.
target has been destroyed.
He could. He's going to grab it for himself. That's actually a good opportunity because you don't have the opportunity to build AT guns as
Germans are
Brits.
attacking our supply lines.
Maybe it's a bit.
Ready to roll out.
I only see 4 models there, so wherever that 5th model is preventing him from actually recruiting that AT gun. It may be stuck back at home. Yeah, it's stuck actually right there. So he can't capture it because its squad is a little bit bugged out.
We're getting close.
Yep, I just realized that.
Alright, ready to receive!
On the bright side is, taking out these 3 models won't wipe out the squad. I wonder.
Ready for action!
No, you can't garrison inside that machine gun placement.
Run! Enemy contact!
The US one you can garrison inside of it, but not the Brit one. And you can't garrison inside of Bren's either, because you have both upgraded MMGs.
Over that point!
And maybe that's another reason why you probably should have deployed it too far to that headquarters command truck. Yep. Oh, you can. It just has to be wiped right there. But yeah, that's maybe another reason why to put the machine gun placement a bit farther forward. Not only so you guys can retreat behind it, they don't respawn in it. So... yeah.
Supply lines are being threatened.
Go ahead, send your message.
Stuart light tank getting repaired, very nice. And we've got a command tank, which
An
can
ammo storage
inspire these
facility is being
MMG
overrun.
carriers. Yeah, hindsight is 2020. I can't deny that. Yeah, even I would not predict placing MG emplacement there will cause the guy
Supply
to
lines are
spawn on
broken.
the
We have
inside of it.
territory out of supply.
That was something I would not have
We're
predicted,
down to 300 points.
Fire her up.
but that's just now an unintended consequence.
Can we get on?
Oh well. You got a Firefly
Supply
now
lines
deployed
are
on
broken. We have a
out,
territory cut
or
off
being
from
deployed on
supply.
out.
Extended line! Move! The jets are ready!
Scope rifles do receive a stick grenade there. You did a great job in the early game, that's for sure. Taking out that half track immediately with the MMG carrier.
Good to go! Come on, mate!
Let's see if we can capture points with that scope rifle squad.
Target seized! Let's go, gents!
That's looks like just trying to get the Pioneers, I guess. I wonder if this squad... Was this squad hard to micro when that one model's back there? Could you order attack move? Or do they just
HQ has
charge in
confirmed
like
it can
that?
Start securing resources from the area.
And now we do have a repair sapper, very nice. Trying to overheal everything. But did you have, as I was trying to ask before, did you have any troubles ordering this squad around, say, capture points with that model in the back?
Let's not cock this one up, lads. Stay calm and do your job. Looks like that piece of real shite I had back home. Yes, sir.
Looks like Firefly engaging this building. I mean, denying tier 2 is not always possible.
Water team, ready for orders. Ready for action. Repairs complete over here.
Okay, they still took most orders? Okay. Because I thought I saw those guys charging the Pioneer like they're trying to get all models in range before they stop moving forward.
Nothing you can do for me!
Oop.
You need some
Help. All the models to go down except for this one. Unwipeable for now.
bloody hell! They've zeroed in on us!
Steward ready.
Stuart getting overhealed, very nice. Sappers may need to fall back. Wait, oh no.
Troops ready.
Don't tell me.
Move us out of here.
Cancer rounds do come forward. Almost got the wipe there on that Panstruck squad, but the AT gun can't allow them to advance any further.
Outfits ready for
Okay, there's at least 2 models outside. There may be a second model now stuck in there. And pack gun... Not sure if that was on or off map. A lot of times, probably if exploded, it was on map. If it goes off map, it generally doesn't explode. least that was like that in a couple years too. But if it falls off map, it may not actually do damage. Oh, yep, like you just said, you remove the truck. Probably just allow that squad to push on forward.
Oi, Atkins, listen up. Establish a command headquarters here, gents. We've run into Jerry!
It does use designated marksman there. Looks like it's using the medical healing to see that white aura effect, or glow effect. Not necessarily aura. Yeah, seeing how Brits can't deploy a mobile AT gun like that, 70-pounders are nice, but they're not flexible whatsoever. So not being able to secure that is a big deal. We got a machine gun placement here. The scope rifle squad will escape on out of there. Got a fresh Cromwell, so do have a whole bunch of light vehicles. A Cromwell, command tank, Firefly, 2 Stewarts, and 2 MMG carriers. Oh, just stop being used against you. That's also important.
Ready to move out.
We're listening.
Papers are ready for action.
A lot of emplacements here. Some landmines, Panzerschrecks, so over here is pretty well entrenched. This here is also perhaps easier to secure once he pushes forward. If
25-pounder. Yes, sir.
starting to barrage this machine gun placement, very nice. He's also at max population. And getting a nice little resource flow there.
Just distributed supercharged rounds to the arty line.
No, guess now he got supercharged. He didn't really need it earlier because of pretty close range attacks. We do have Firestorm now available. He's going to the V1 line. He wants to siege this area with a V1 and Firestorm. V1s are pretty cheap. Looks like he may have repositioned his HQ twice.
Stand to.
Nobody's above criticism anyways. Yeah. There's always room to improve. Grenadiers are making their advance. 2 Vet 3 Grenadiers advancing. May get some good hits there onto the scope rifles. Does throw a stick grenade there. I'm sort of surprised that stick grenade didn't do more damage. That was clearly when the model should have gone down and took a bit more damage. Engineers, sappers receive a pretty sizable stick grenade there. Do fall back now. And Cromwell is pursuing forward. And one of the MMG carriers does go down to an AT gun somewhere over here. There it is. Nope. Wait, was it way over here? It looked like the shots came from over here.
High command offers a V1 rocket. You must choose the target.
And this is one of the banes of Brits, V1s. Nothing much you can do against a V1. Grenadiers do receive a hit there. He has plenty of munitions as well, and it's only 150. So soon he's going to be facing against a lot of artillery. Shoot and scoot. That's something I learned in a couple years too. Once your MG starts firing, and you know your opponent has a mortar or Katyusha, reposition it immediately after the fight's done, because it's going to receive artillery immediately afterwards.
What now? Ready?
Stuart's going to make his way forward.
Grenadiers! Listen up!
Good hits there onto those Grenadiers. One of them's falling on back. The Cromwell is receiving some repairs. And receiving a lot. And those Panzerschreck squad will need to fall back. Canister rounds and nice. Does take out that Panzerschreck squad. Oh, here goes the V1. If this... He may lose this intersection. Probably will... Excuse me, probably will lose these two. Oh, yeah. Yep, there's nothing much you can do to stop that. And the headquarters truck took a beating as well. They need to get this sapper, repair up all the vehicles, and just queue up repairs for the rest of the stuff. We do have some Knights Cross deployed on out. And it's probably best not deploy any more infantry once Knights Cross holders have been deployed. And these Stuarts could potentially go start hitting the... Oh, wait, though, that's a lot of tank traps. I was going to say, could potentially start hitting the flanks a little bit more, but there's tank tracks everywhere. That would deny any Stuart advancement. So basically, that's down to sieging this point. AT guns do push on forward. Good hits there on that Stuart, and Stuart does get quadruple tapped. Or was it triple tap? Never mind. Knights Cross holders are advancing with For the Fatherland activated. Not For the Fatherland. Inspired Assault.
We have lost a unit.
Makes them very durable. Looks like Grenadier Squad may have gone down here. We do know that intersection does go down as well. Having a hard time dealing with these Knights Cross holders. They do still have one more AT gun here, so there's a third AT gun deployed out. Firestorm's been called on in, and this HQ command truck has not been healed up all the way. And we got a bit of a incendiary effect to burn these structures.
Cowards attack our forward base.
Good hits there onto the 25-pounder. And great hits there on that Panzer squad. With this command tank nearby, it's able to buff up these Cromos quite a bit. Maybe some more Cromos will be in order. V1's on long cooldown. Let's see what we have over here. We do have a priest. That could be
SP ready for order.
very useful, because eventually this 25-pounder will go down to a V1. That's basically a guarantee. So might as well have a mobile priest to avoid that artillery, or that off-map artillery, I should say. Pantrek does roll a miss there, trying to hit some of this AT guns. Inspired Assault has been called on in. AT gun will get another good hit there, and tying up the Cromwell a bit. And destroyed engine. And does lose... Nope. Doesn't lose the Cromwell just yet. And there, the Cromwell does actually go down. Being upgraded the forward recon element. A second one of those wouldn't be half bad, just simply to sprint forward to take out those AT guns. Stuart's pushing his way forward. Does get designated marksman there, but I think that was on the low health model already, so that's a bit of a waste. Patrick does come on forward. Patrick's squad does fall back, and the scope rifle squad will likely get wiped out. Yep. Knights Cross holder has used the medical supplies as well, getting a bunch of much needed healing.
Command here, sitting pretty. Field support, waiting further instruction.
Ooh, good hit there. The spreader could take out the AT gun. A little bit far forward, but it did get good damage on the gun itself. It does decrew the AT gun there. More artillery is running on the space. Both sides don't really have a whole lot of forces left. A lot of armored here actually still, but the Firefly has actually been not a very good investment. It's to be assumed the opponent goes out for a bunch of Stugs or armored cars or Panzer IV or Panther, but not this game. Maybe saw the Firefly and it's like, yeah, I'm just not going to deploy any vehicles for that Firefly to shoot at. That may have what has happened. Counter units are nice, like such as the Firefly, but the way we deploy, whoever deploys the heavy asset first, the opponent will force to deploy a counter asset. And the counter asset to Firefly is simply not deploy anything for it to shoot at, which can make it feel like a bit of dead weight. One reason why I always recommend people to rush out in medium tank computers too, because going to anything later,
Last engagement.
Stewart does go down there.
One of our
Going to anything later could cause him not sort of swings the momentum against yourself. Sapper receiving quite a bit of fire there. AT gun almost destroyed. Stewart does receive a hit there.
Germans attacking! Under fire! Make it quick!
enemy unit destroyed.
Sapper is going to charging forward, trying to engage that AT gun. But we do got the nice cross horders advancing as well. And losing Sapper is a pretty big loss because he needs a lot of repairs. Not so much the Firefly. Firefly should be repaired last at this current rate. Maybe a good idea to cancel? Nope.
Let's not cut this one up, eh? Ready for
I was gonna say maybe cancel the
Make it quick!
cancel those infantry section in order to get out some sappers. Probably wouldn't be a good idea. I can understand stubbornness trying not to pack up, but sometimes you just have to pack up. There's nothing much you can do against Vet 3 Knights Crossholders without any lieutenant support, and that would be quite of a bit of investment.
Enemy unit is being knocked out.
The AT gun finally goes down though, but does find the other AT gun, which is right there. And one more shot,
A Cromwell has been
and
reported
does lose the
knocked out.
Cromwell. Direct hit there, but doesn't take it out entirely. Next round potentially could. Nope, it does not. Stuart's severely wounded still. Is he charging forward for a V1 strike? Firestorm. Firestorm, I think, just got called on in. Let's take out the 17 pounder there. And the MMG carrier is not being burned up yet. Scope rifles trying to charge him forward, trying to get the VP. Got Inspire's Heart being activated now. It will need to fall back very soon. Double Panzer Grenadiers are pushing it forward as well.
We're down to 100 points. Strict countermeasures must be enacted.
Go ahead with your order, sir.
Trees ready for fire order!
Sappers ready for order.
Sappers forcing the way forward. It was a pretty good beginning, early game, that's for sure. And the Firefly does go down, which could allow him to deploy out some heavier assets. Panzer Command's also severely wounded. Armor Command Truck is trying to pack on up, but a little bit too late. Panzer Truck should be able to finish it off, no problem.
Ready to roll her out, sir!
Wait. How'd that machine gun placement go down? Irrelevant at this point.
German forces are trying to take a petrol sector.
Bloody hell, they've zeroed
An
in on
entire
us!
unit is KIA.
Looks like he lost. I'm not so sure what unit he just lost right there. The cap. Not this cap. Not that cap. Here we go. Intersection got killed. Do you now have a King Tiger deployed on out? Still have his command tank,
Up, chaps.
but doesn't. And the armor command truck
CP6
has not been redeployed just yet.
We're ready to roll out.
And that's probably going to be game at this point. 70 pounders being deployed now. There's a triple cap, and he has 56 tickets remaining. That's not going to be a whole lot.
Have our orders, gents. We're setting up the field support CP on this position.
King Tiger starting to make his advance.
You must put
Looks like
forward
Creeping
a
Barrage
better
not coming
plan.
on in
Points are now
from
at
the
50.
Sexton, or not Sexton, Priest.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
7-pounder's almost complete.
No complete over here.
Pawnees immediately utilize the armor-piercing rounds on the 17-pounder. I believe that was the armor-piercing round. Truck managed to bounce the arm shot from a King Tiger.
Situation is critical. We're down to 25 points. I say again, 25 points remaining.
Go ahead, send your message.
And, oh, I hear a V1.
Be quick about it.
Secured sector under attack.
And the V1, of course, can take out a 17-pounder. Does miss the MG emplacement, but with the command truck going down, that's basically the end of the game. You never know. I've seen some strange comebacks. By the way, this is Angry saying thank you for watching. But yeah, before I cast the next replay, I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back, so hopefully it stays loaded. Of course it doesn't. And I am back. Oh. Anybody have any preference in replay? I've got a number of them stored up. Quite a bit from this player. But yep, any preference in replay? I don't have any 2v2s at the moment. Okay, let's see, I'm pretty sure I have 2 of them. Yep, I got, do you want US, US, where, or Panzer Elite Brit? The Brit one? Alright, let's take a look at it. That was probably my default ones anyways. And here we are. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Rules 1 replay. I spawn on the north side as the Panzer Elite player of Integral Swede. Spawn on the south side as the Brits. We have RA11. And I don't think I have a cast a replay on this map. This is going to be a very laney map. I have a feeling that a lot of fights are going to devolve around this center part, which could be a very good map for Brits with all their emplacements. And yeah, really not familiar with this map. Also, there's not enough room up here to get a mortar emplacement. Mobile mortar teams here could be quite useful. Of course, that would be mortar half tracks or mortar emplacements, no mobile mortars. Unless you go for the Commando Glider, right? The Commando Glider can get out mobile mortars like Piats, MGs, and mortars from that one half glider. I have a feeling this map, there's probably a good reason why people don't play it. It's because it's going to be a line, it's a single lane, basically. Yep, they're both mentioning this map as well. We do have this fuel point being captured on up.
Target captured. Panzer Grenadiers.
Scope rifles will manage to capture this point. He may be trying to push the truck over there. The truck is packed on up. Only one Kettengrad as well. Most time we see like 2 Kettengrads versus Brits, but apparently one this time, so perhaps going for more Panzer Grenadiers. Probably a good idea to have a lot of Panzer Grenadiers to push in the center.
Infantry contact!
So yeah, this likely was a custom game. Maybe it was related to a tournament? I'm not exactly sure. Can't remember on top of my head. Scope rifles making their advance. There is a lieutenant here to support them as well. Scope rifles are getting knocked around quite a bit. Lieutenant is advancing past your eyes some of this light cover over here. Or nope, Lieutenant's... No, of course, the point's already captured. Second Panzer Grenadiers does hop inside this building here. That wooden model may need to fall back. Scope rifles still getting knocked around quite a bit. Now all these other squads getting knocked around a bit. Panzer Grenadiers also advancing to reinforce this building. Plenty of windows for these Panzer Grenadiers. So getting 2 Panzer Grenadiers inside this building is not a half bad thing. Kettengrad getting severely wounded, but will not go down.
Taking fire from enemy infantry!
Half-track or command truck has redeployed on this munition sector, so small jump forward. And looks like it's going to be just engaged at long range, but there's still 4 windows on the side, so 3 models has enough windows here. So that is a good hard point there for both sides. Let's see how many windows on this side. Actually, there's no windows on this side, so that window, that house is great for Team North side, horrible for Team South side. Unless there's some fights over here. Heavy cover being utilized for both sides, but likely the Panzer Grenadiers will win out because there's a lot more of them. And Lieutenant does back away. Needs to support this intersection the best he can.
Kampfgruppen have upgraded defensive operations.
I hope we can garrison one of these squads inside these garrisons to get some forward healing. This may not be a half bad building for that. It is in sector for him as well. Put the 2-man squad in there. Forward healing, forward reinforcements. A lot of heavy cover here for both sides, that's for sure. A mortar half-track and mortar emplacement are both going to be very useful here, right now. A mortar emplacement could be deployed right here, or maybe pass behind this wall. Not so sure will be a good spot for it. Camp Bufo Company has been deployed. It's going for an infantry half-track. Ooh, out of range of the lieutenant there. And it does decide to fall back for that squad. Both these squads are severely wounded. If it was me, I would have been half tempted to jump, had one of these guys fall back just for the healing to prevent any manpower bleed. Does drop on the models there. Yeah, it's probably a good time to fall back with them now, because they need that healing. Oh boy, do they do.
Receiving you loud and clear!
It's going to stay behind that heavy cover there. Kettengrad going to capture up some points, while this intersection not fully reinforced, catching up some points as well. That is a cutoff point for this point here, but let's just go and pursue the Kettengrad. Kettengrad was not fully healed, and he's backed up himself up in the corner. Going to try to charge on out of there, and big oversight there. Could have taken another Kettengrad. Infantry half-track has been deployed on out. Could get some good armor hits, side armor hits on that infantry half-track. The more damage gets onto it right now, less likely it's going to charge forward.
We're standing by!
But this garrison, that squad needs to fall back and get some healing, but of course, he may not have a casualty clearing station yet.
Kampfgruppe Leer can now use the feared Luftwaffe ground forces.
Luftwaffe ground forces now available. Would a Flak Irving be good on this map for once? I could see both sides camping around, so a Flak Irving right here next to a Ford HQ for healing? Is that crazy? Sappers are behind heavy cover as well, so he does have some sapper support. It does have some Piets there just in case light those half tracks and other light vehicles. Mortar half track being deployed now. That's going to be very useful because of so much heavy cover here. Does load up in the back of this half track with both these squads. One of them needs to back out, perhaps get inside this garrison. Getting them both in that garrison wouldn't be half bad either. But that half track will likely go down. A lot of scope rifles here, or a lot of rifles here. Piets do fire, but rolls a miss and does manage to use a road to drive on out of there. But oof, one more bullet and you'll go down. Luftwaffe ground forces has been deployed.
We are losing territory.
Hops out of the half track now.
Orders from Kompanie-Führer.
Starting to charge on 4th heroic charge. He does have Veterancy 1 on that lieutenant. Let's switch over to the Brits, seeing we have the doctrine selected for the Panzer Elite. Lieutenant does get inside the building, very nice. How many windows are on each side? There's no windows on both of these sides, so that's very important to know. What you see is what you get. Of course, the Luftwaffe ground forces does allow stealth Kettengrads, one of the most powerful abilities, I would say, in that doctrine.
We are losing a
Though
sector. I
there
say
are
again, we
roads
are
everywhere,
losing a
and you
sector.
can't camouflage on top of roads.
Bloody hell, they've zeroed in on us!
Sir?
Looks like the captain does manage to get a kill there.
Let's go!
Or nope, that was this guy retreating back and getting killed on the
Supply
retreat.
lines are broken. We have a territory cut off from supply.
The grain house, storage house, does get garrisoned. There's one window on the side that's not a good garrison. That window's also now larger. The Panzer Grenadiers will be falling on back. This squad's also falling back as well. Nope, it's not actually falling back, just running around everywhere. Scope rifles charge on in. Could get deployed marksman there, but does not. That point is a cutoff point to these two resource sectors here.
Don't let them reach you! Move, move, move!
There are 5 windows here, so that's a good spot for 2 Panzer Grenadiers, especially when 2 of them, or one squad has 2 members. That is
German forces
not
are
a
trying
good
to
building
secure one of our sectors.
for sappers or any sort of infantry.
Target secure.
An MG could be reasonable, but nothing anything else.
Officer ready, sir.
Panzer Grenadiers will force back the captain.
What now? Bloody hell, taking effective fire!
That is the point right there. It's a very large point. The point does get secured on up. And Lieutenant is in the area to buff up these squads. Sappers are inside this building here, and this sapper is throwing some Piets into that garrison. Heroic charge, heroically charging in these forces. And the Kettengrad does knock around that Piet squad, preventing the Piets from firing against that infantry half-track. Or the other squads he was trying to hit. One Piet does roll a miss there on the infantry half-track. That one does roll a miss as well.
German target has been knocked out.
And looks like he does get a wipe there on that squad. Very nice. I think the Piet may actually took it out. We do of course have the Luftwaffe ground forces. And he does have a casualty clearing station here being utilized because a lot of wounded forces. The amount of how tight this map is, commandos would not be half bad. Royal Artillery wouldn't be half bad either, because you just only to really fight for the central VP. And honestly, Royal Engineers wouldn't be half bad either. Hauled down vehicles could help secure the central sector, while the improved emplacements could also be very resilient. And of course, I have a predisposition to AVREs, which could help obliterate all the heavy cover for infantry behind heavy cover. So yeah, all the British doctrines could be quite useful in this map. VP needs to be captured, but both the Axis player just tied up the game in VPs. It's been quite a bit of time. Both sides haven't even lost 25 tickets. Kaliningrad still camouflaged right here. And that mortar half-track getting some good hits there now. We do have the light AT half-track, pushes his way forward, Panzer Grenadiers advancing. Oh, we do have the Royal Engineers. Churchill. Honestly, in this moment in time, a regular Churchill wouldn't be half bad. Heroic Charge has been activated, so he has now a Vet 2 Lieutenant. Though a Churchill would be quite easy pickings for light AT half-tracks and its crits. And we do have a Churchill deployed on the field. The Churchill would be a very heavy target. He will likely get let's go see what the Panzer Elite is. He going for? He does have Whirlwinds. You could eventually blow out Flak 88s. He may have them already. Probably not.
Forward supply lines are broken.
He may also need to blow out a Martyr to deal with the Churchill. So this Churchill can present a very heavy asset.
Ready.
The Whirlwind would not like to see that Churchill.
Order ready for combat mission. Units spawn capture.
Whirlwind has been spotted, and now he's like happy that he has a Churchill now out in the field, because Churchill can easily hunt down that Whirlwind. The only thing that may pose a problem is the crit shot from the light AT half-track. Does keep his range because he knows that it's still out on the field. Heroic Charge has been activated, trying to rush down the infantry half-track.
Taking fire.
Achtung! Enemy forces are attacking our petrol depot.
These guys are now, of course, exhausted.
Go ahead. Action, sir.
Hmm.
Men are barely needed. Don't fuck.
Let's keep the Royal Engineers selected in case we see the other doctrinal abilities being utilized. It's sort of hard to tell of who I should select sometimes. Could wait for hearing about Flak 88s. He knows about the Churchill, so he doesn't have to worry about supercharged supercharged rounds from artillery from 25 pounders. So any 25 pounder has to be relatively close. Though right around here could be pretty good for a 25 pounder. But even then, Flak 88s have really good range, so putting a Flak 88 way back here will have quite a bit of coverage. So Flak 88s could do quite well. But there's a lot of line sight blockers even for Flak 88.
German
Maybe
forces
not.
are trying to take a petrol sector.
Captain is inside the trench. He will buff this sector here. Could place him in the corner of the map to buff this forward sector.
CP lorry ready to deploy.
Kaliningrad does spot the Churchill. And he does get the Churchill overhealed as well. Lieutenant inside the garrison, getting some good damage in as well. It does roll a bounce there. Not sure if it's queued up the crit shot. PS does get some good hits there on the infantry, but need to get hits there on the half track.
NCO's reporting
Does get a full
destroyed
squad wipe
German
there,
target.
very nice. And this squad can capture, decapture this munitions point.
That thing so we wouldn't have to walk no more.
PS trying to charge him forward. Does roll a miss there. Does roll a miss there as well. I'm really not a big fan of Piets. They either do horrendous or they do good.
Germans are trying to secure our patrol.
There's
gun.
really no mid ground for Piets, is there?
Or you, sorry lord. Stand by for orders.
Troops are now able to fortify defensive positions.
Okay, now we can get some heavier emplacements. A 70-pounder. Not a light vehicle as well. No, not Bofors. A 70-pounder wouldn't be half bad to help engage the verbal wind, but even then, not so much at this moment in time. A forward 25-pounder, I would say, right around here would be. Still think that's a really good spot for a 25-pounder.
Our front lines are collapsing.
Command tanks being pointed out. If he gets the haul down tanks, he could perhaps put it behind this building. Be hard to displace, allowing his other force buffing up nearby forces. He must be going for the fortified emplacements to get the hull down ability, and eventually gets the increase in resource income as well, which can be very handy. Extra munitions always nice for AVREs and stewards, among all the other abilities.
A fuel point is being seized.
The lads have finished squaring away those upgrades, sir.
Contact! German infantry! Ready to move out.
Is it going to pull out a landmine?
Right, here we go.
Oh, nope, just wire. A little bit off place,
Sorted out and ready to go.
maybe not. Do you have some Bren guns?
The initiative is ours. Victory countdown started.
And there is double capture against the Axis player. Getting these little bit of double captures is very important to help not prolong the game. Because this map is probably just have a lot of prolonged games. Panthers have been researched, just need a bit more manpower and need more population space. He has only 20 population space room open and he needs 24.
We are taking fire here! Enemy fire is hitting us down! We are taking fire!
Both Piets once again rolls misses.
Send!
Fires again, finally gets a hit on that thing, and he'll just drive away. Warboin trying to get some good hits there onto the sapper, as his force is getting hit significantly by the mortar emplacement. And that Warboin has this thing quite a bit of fire there. Going for a big crush is good crush potential right here, but nope, that terrain slowed him down enough. Panthers now have been deployed.
Our half-track unit is kaput.
Oh, he definitely has population room now. But we now have a Firefly supported by a command tank along with a Churchill. And the Churchill can charge forward absorber shots for the Firefly. That's probably the best way. He's actually holding down both these forces. They're a bit stacked. Could potentially get splash damage. He is receiving some splash damage there, which is actually quite important. Firefly is getting focused down as well. Does blitz away with the command tank. And the Firefly does go down. He went too far in. And he's going to lose both these tanks now. Churchill may get a kill there. Nope. He flew too close to the sun, and he got his wax wing melted.
Send your orders. Pride of the fatherland.
He will likely now deploy out a 17 pounder. He does, of course, have improved
Elite
17 pounders.
Fallschirmjäger infantry are now available to Kampfgruppe Leer.
Does cancel the 17 pounder there. And we do have some Fallschirmjägers now available. So all these garrisons can quickly spawn out some infantry units. Does pull this one a little bit far back. Fallschirmjägers can, of course, get in there and throw out Panzerfaust. Incendiary mortar does come forward, but looks like largely missed the trench. The captain is not being
Jerry's
burnt.
overrunning one of our sectors.
The command tank is still alive. Could potentially haul down right here, but now the 70 pounder is receiving some mortar hits. Does cancel it. Firefly potentially get some good hits there. Actually, no, not finding any angle there on the Panther.
German forces are
Now the
trying to
Panthers,
secure one of our
and the
sectors.
Panther's not getting shots off onto the Firefly either.
I'm hit, mate! I'm hit!
For one, vet one defense. And now we've got some Fallschirmjägers. Need to destroy that garrison, and there we go. The garrison now goes down. This Hoppin Sapper inside that garrison does go ahead and throw an incendiary grenade onto it. Firefly does receive a hit there, but was overhealed by the Sapper. Does scuttle the trench there with the captain.
We are losing an ammo point.
And does get some good hits there onto these forces.
Jerry's cut forward supply lines.
Warblewind, Mortar Half-Track, Panther here. This Panther is still receiving repairs. Almost repaired, though.
Alright, go ahead! It's good to go over here!
Hasn't deployed out a 17 pounder just yet.
Contact! German infantry!
And he is getting burned a bit by that incendiary grenade. That incendiary grenade is still going on. How long does a Fallschirmjäger incendiary grenade last? Because it's still burning.
Jerry has 300 points remaining.
Firefly is severely wounded and is getting hit significantly. It's time to haul down. These Panthers are still alive. Main gun destroyed. It does get repaired and destroyed.
Claimed one of our tanks.
Does go ahead and button that Panther there for the Piets, but looks like he canceled the button or interrupted it.
Under fire!
More incendiary mortars pushing forward. Guess he doesn't want to deploy out any 17 pounds along those mortar half tracks in the area.
Service Battalion has improved our HQ vehicles.
So now he can get more income for these points. 26 munitions is quite a bit. Another 26 munitions here.
We have a victory point under attack.
Looks like another incendiary mortar raining on in somewhere. Or just regular mortar barrage. Does get a good hit there onto the Panthers. Fallschirmjägers may be getting a Panzerfaust off. I may see a button here as well. Nope, we don't see a button here, but we do have 17 pounder being deployed. And those mortars are getting some
Sniper
great
is
hits.
MIA and presumed dead.
Oh, did he lose his sniper? I guess he lost his scope rifle squad. Like, because that's the only sniper I can think that's on the field. And those flaps are going crazy. Same pounder has received a pretty good hit there. Or Fireflies said to receive a good hit there. The 70 pounder has been deployed and out, but doesn't have an angle there.
We're losing a munitions sector.
May wonder why you couldn't get an angle, because that is a destroyed building there, which is a line of sight blocker. Does get a free infantry section there, which could be very important.
Go ahead, gun ready.
Send your message. What do we do now?
Ready to fill our day.
We've upgraded our kit. Ready for action, sir. Section, stand to.
Another reconnaissance intersection, and it does have plenty of munitions for deploy designated marksman. That's to start hitting that Polish maker repeatedly once it sees him. Does use one shot down the
Unknown
STG
number of
squad.
enemy are moving on one of our victory points.
Before it gets away.
Fresh lieutenant, and we got the Kaliningrad capturing up the central VP. Sort of hard to see him, but it's actually camouflage away there.
Sappers ready for
Firefly
move.
crew ready. Those upgrades are done. Where to?
Only one Firefly at the moment.
We've got no anti-armor weapon.
And we do actually have a forward HQ there for forward healing and reinforcements. Very nice. We may see a Flak Irving or Flak 88 in this sector as well.
Capture complete. That's another one.
But now these Panthers are getting forced back thanks to these entrenched AT weapons, including by entrenched Firefly. And now it's a properly entrenched one at full health. So we'll be able to get some good work done.
Contact. Javelin infantry. Taking fire.
Pete Squad advancing. They do, of course, spot this forward HQ. Maybe a good idea to get out 25 Poundo, siege it. Kaliningrad is camouflaging forward. And does get a good and does get some good hits there on the verbal end.
Contact reports show the German vehicle was knocked out in that last skirmish.
FG-42s, of course, will rip apart the Pioneers, especially when they can't fight back. Not Pioneers, Sappers. Over here, Panther has been spotted. Can button it if needed. The 75 does find a good angle there. Looks like the Fortune Makers do get suppressed there, but they are receiving some base heal, the forward healing. Scope rifles eye for deploy 2 designated marksmen. Or not. This one rifle, scope rifle squad will need to fall back. And just decide to fall back with all those squads.
17 pounder ready.
Can we just say we went there, or do we actually have to leave for battle orders?
Second Firefly can be very useful. I personally probably just haul down both the Fireflies here, and if combines fire support of the sending powder, it'll be hard to displace them.
Come on, you lot. Listen up. Incoming cherry fire. What's it gonna be?
I wonder as well. Yeah, the sending powder is definitely not range the captain aura. The captain could go push forward a little bit just to provide aura for the infantry in this sector here. Perhaps put the captain right around here, or even inside this garrison here. Oh, the captain is in this garrison, but it's in the wrong sector. Looks like the HQ is now under siege. He may find this mortar half track. Taking it out is will be very important to save his 17 pounder.
Never been in the left-hand drive.
And great hits there onto that the Panther. SCG are pushing the way forward. Does throw in Incendiary Grenade there, or was that an AT grenade?
Panzer divisions are down to 200 points.
Fortune Makers making their advance, trying to get inside the garrison, prevent it from being decaptured. And the lieutenant will need to fall back as well. Firefly is holding down. This may be a bad spot for a haul down. Fortune Makers can push forward with another Panzer to help quickly kill it. Panther is severely wounded and doesn't get out of the haul down there.
Casrep indicate we have 4 Sapper KIAs.
Ooh, good mortar hit there. Ooh, those Fireflies got some good hits there on the Fallschirmjägers.
Cock this one up, lads. Stay calm and do your job. Section in AOR. Get head on, lads. Just follow me and you'll be okay. Taking fire!
Contact report. German half-track has been destroyed. Stores are under attack.
Half track does go down. I wonder if there's going to be a Overwatch relatively soon. It's his next doctrinal ability, I believe. I see the S mines. Yep, that's definitely going to be his next ability. Unless he needs to get still needs out flak 88s. Command tank has been spotted. Try to go for some crushes here. Try and blitz away. The command tank can absorb some shots there for the Fireflies. Panther can't really withstand 2 Fireflies buffed by command tank, though only one of them are an angle right now. Fallschirmjägers are pushing their way forward to the central VP. And now we've got these intersections making their way forward. We do have this Panther over here, severely wounded. Warwind is still alive, hitting these guys along the edges. Trying to avoid all the anti-tank fire. Both Fireflies are hauling down. Get multiple good hits there. Both the Panthers are veterancy too, so they can't withstand quite a bit of a beating. The Lieutenant here could get overwhelmed if you really focus it down.
Infantry closing in on us! We've nailed the point! Make them mate! Contact! We're taking fire!
Intersection is quite wounded, both likely to fall back relatively soon. So does the Panzer Grenadiers, though they could just that garrison's actually fully destroyed, so no forward healing or reinforcements. And the Bren Gunner does go down. Looks like the repair sappers do pick up the Bren. I probably would have be having to let the Lieutenant pick up that gun.
We've got access to AVREs.
With AVRs deployed, he can now bring forward some big bombs. He does have plenty of munitions for them.
Where to, sir?
Oh, we got a Flak 88 now being deployed on out. He may get a 25 pounder once he sees that going. He does not spot it right there. Panther is severely wounded. Oh, he does spot it there, so 25 pounder
A victory point is being overrun.
engaging. He does actually complete the Flak 88. He does have to be careful with that. Command Tank does receive a direct hit there. He should be out of vision. Yep, he fired against something else. 25 pounder also gets some good hits on the mortar half-track, damaging the engine. Verbal Wind will help prevent the flak gun going down or getting overrun by infantry. But now the Flak 88 does have spotting there by the Panthers. Both these Fireflies are severely wounded. Decides to hold down right there. Does lose one of the Fireflies. Does send a bounce there. He's going on in. Does get some good damage there. And may get another shot off before it goes away. Nope, the Panther does manage to barely use this line of sight blocker to stay alive.
Bloody well took long enough, but the lads have finished.
Pete's finding a good angle there. And now the 70 pounder could potentially go down. It does receive a bounce there, but that was a powerful bounce.
Lads have finished squaring away those upgrades, sir.
Gun already engaged.
How was actually spotting that for him? Oh, that's just his natural visual range, which is very far. Or maybe not. Potion makers are doing some good damage there. Scope rifles was forced to fall back. We do have the heroic charge was activated. The Brits should be able to hold on to this VP for the time being, but he's going to need to fall back relatively soon. Firefly is advancing. And we do have this Vet 3 Panthers, though severely wounded. Does use the... Ooh, here comes the Loiter. So the Brit will go ahead and cast the GG.
Ground forces indicate a command tank has been knocked out.
Contact! German infantry!
Maybe, if they're referring to rules, it may be, this may be a tournament game. I'm not sure. But either way.
Front's shifting. Jerry's overrunning one.
And he's went ahead back out of the game. Let's go and just fast forward the rest of the game.
100 points. I say again, 100 points.
Overall, a very good game by both sides. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and signing off. There's that replay ready to be uploaded to YouTube. Long drawn out game, that's for sure. Oh, any preference in replays? I know you're running games with Brits, which I have one left if you want to see it. Oh wait, so few. Yeah. I'm just walking to head down to this next one. That's likely part of the tournament, probably the next game of it. I'll see how the... Nope, that was a different game. Oh, I did that. Nope, that one's recent actually. From Games Replay. I think I went and downloaded that this morning. Wait. Why is this loading screen literally the title screen? I knew it was something felt weird. This loading screen is literally the title screen. Oh, either way. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Dawn of War. Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the south side as the US forces. We have Integral Swedes. Spawn on the north side as the Wehrmacht player of RA-11. This is some sort of airfield map. Looks like it's ripped from the campaign. Yep, it was ripped from the campaign, from the British campaign. Or the airfield assault. Yep. Though there's some minor variations. But that's the defensive line. No, that's the assault line. There's no Panther drums either. And we actually do have some HS1 to 9B3s, but you probably can't capture them and use them. So, I don't know if this campaign maps are not necessarily designed for multiplayer. Because that's a giant road in the center of the map. Not any infantry is going to be very useful there. Yep. I wonder if we can see some... Oops. The camera keeps on going crazy. Let's see if we see any of the commando section of the map over there. A little bit. But that does not look like the defensive line. So this area may have been filled out with a bunch of trees. Or maybe... Yeah, the defensive line was right here. A whole bunch of trenches and things of the sort. So they actually filled up the side of this map with trees from the campaign. But either way, first fight is very soon. We got some Volksgrenadiers here.
Engineers, pay attention.
Motorcycle making his advance.
Listen up,
Rifleman
rifle
capture
squad.
some central points.
Rifles ready.
Engineers ready.
I got a bad feeling about this, Sarge. Steady up.
And some minor hits there on the motorcycle.
Yeah, us must be nothing. We took the point, no contact.
He's going to be catching this VP. There's some heavy cover there. This area is very congested.
Point is ours.
I'm not so sure what's going on. Screw what wire? Nope, either way. This point will be captured by the Wehrmacht player, no problem. These points are being captured up by the US player.
Engineers, come on.
He's going to be capturing up the generator or fuel point here.
Rifle squad has the objective. Rifle squad ready for action.
There must be a lot of fuel laying around for those generators to be resecured and repurposed.
Won't win this war by standing around.
Overall, some very good capping game by the US player.
Clear your sides.
This map, I just realized something. There's a lot of resource points. These look like some medium. There's a medium-sized point here, a low point here, a medium point here.
This is Able Company territory now.
Wait, why is a low point in the center between
Losing
the
a fuel
two?
point.
It seems like there's a lot of sectors on this map. Both sides. It looks like the runway is not native cover either, so it's maybe not even technically a road.
Steady up, rifleman.
Riflemen are behind some heavy cover here, engaging those Volksgrenadiers.
Point is ours. What say we lock it down? Rifle squad on the field.
Is it accusing of a map hack? Or just sort of joking around?
Fuel depot is now secure.
Rifleman pushing the way forward, trying to gauge these Volksgrenadiers. Does find the motorcycle. Motorcycle is going to be running around, but will receive quite a bit of hits there. We do have this MG42 here. Potentially could be flanked by these riflemen, pioneers as well. Over here, riflemen
We fight today.
will spot some wire here. This area is still unwired.
Crowd's opened up on us here.
Over here, riflemen did a pretty nice advancement. Overall, great fuel control by the US player. And the motorcycle has been repaired. No, it has not been repaired.
Able Company has
Never received full repair the entire time. Rifleman squad will of course fall on back. And that rifleman squad getting ripped apart. But we'll get 2 members out of there. Also, the fuel silos are labeled as a fuel silo. Makes sense. Or as a fuel point. But now we've got some bar riflemen here. Quite a bit of a power buff for the riflemen. And left side of the map, there's nothing on the left side of the map here. So it's free game for the Wehrmacht player if he so chooses to send a squad over there. And did it just get to nighttime? It got dark.
construction detail.
Men are
Work is
formed
done
up,
here.
sir.
Landmines have been employed on out by the engineers.
Able Company has enemy fire. Get down.
And these riflemen, engineers will fall back, drop one of the models, and severely wounded its general. This would be a good map for Greyhounds and tanks in general. Wide open map. The open road. And open fields.
I'm deploying in.
And maybe some open top vehicles. Did try to go for a landmine there, but was unsuccessful. Riflemen do get suppressed in by this MG42, while the motorcycle is still gauging.
A fuel point is being seized.
Riflemen do make a soft retreat away from the MG42, but they will receive quite a bit of fire from these Volksgrenadiers. But the Volksgrenadiers have received quite a bit of fire from the riflemen. Riflemen will fall back. They will manage to escape out their 2 models. MG42 has rotated over here, trying to engage these forces. This fuel point will be captured, but it
Enemy
won't be in
unit
territory.
Tell the medics.
Ooh,
We got the triage center up.
landmine?
Bravo is now secure.
I guess there's a landmine right there. Wehrmacht sniper has been deployed on out. Riflemen and engineers are both retreating. Does spot the sniper, of course. Could just shot at them.
We're losing a fuel sector.
Pioneers go around capturing some points, but they will be forced back by these riflemen. Those pioneers could actually be wiped, seeing how low health they are. Did you manage to escape on out of there?
Forward supply lines are broken.
Objective secure.
Initiating
Rifle squad
defensive
defend.
operations.
Defensive operations, he's gone for infantry. I wonder, a howitzer deployed back
Supply lines
here,
are broken. We have territory out of supply.
it will likely not be able to reach all across the map, so this may be a map where the howitzers have to be pushed forward. One of the few times that has to be done.
Ready to move.
Because this map is very long, so he will have to deploy the howitzers on the map in order to siege the base if he wants to siege the base.
Position under fire from crowd troops. Sniper's got it zeroed in. Listen up.
Well, we know he's gone for infantry. Let's switch over to the Wehrmacht player. The Wehrmacht player has also selected doctrine. What doctrine? I do not know. Let's see. Could be Terror. Could be Blitzkrieg. They both have a ability that doesn't show up immediately. Defensive, I believe as well. So it could be any doctrine still.
Perfect. It is built and ready.
Riflemen along the far side of the map. Entry 42 is in a good defensive position here, but won't be covering these points. Maybe throw inside this building?
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Riflemen making their advance. They can advance all the way to the base sector, but will be suppressed.
Sieg. Sniper ready.
Some Wehrmacht landmines have been deployed.
Objective. Not bad.
And we've got 3 Volksgrenadiers, 1 sniper.
We located enemy minefield.
And the horse does spot this landmine. And looks like he'll be cleaning up the mine first.
Minefield is not
And just spot the MG42. Will manage to flank the MG42. Volksgrenadiers, however, will come to support.
The enemy advances.
Alright then, if you would like. And now the MG42 will get suppressed, or not suppressed, will get killed, decrewed. Sniper's pushing his way forward, has 5 kills so far.
Pack 38. Ready.
And we do have another little US landmine there.
Those grenadiers taking hits.
Pack 38 has been deployed on out.
Grenadiers in
And his Volksgrenadiers are advancing. There's 2 squads here, both of them quite wounded. MG42 is pushed away forward, gains some good damage there. Wait, what?
Defended the fatherland until death.
Okay, one of those guys just sort of teleported right there.
Sniper has been spotted, and I'm taking fire. Do you want us to disengage?
It does void that grenade, or that was a landmine. I hear multiple landmine detonations, I believe. Now, I do got a Wehrmacht half-track, which could be very useful on this map because it's very large and needs some forward reinforcements.
What's yet? Ready for orders.
No flame half-track.
Ready for duty.
And it does recruit the MGs. We're going to need a lot of reinforcements here.
Squad here. Wir einsteigen in Kampf, Pioneers.
Jawohl, mein Herr.
Volksgrenadier Squad at full complement. Our new weapons are in the field.
Greyhound has been deployed. It has been upgraded with armor skirts. Physical's likely on the way.
Pioneers here.
And laying down some landmines. Very nice.
Fuel
Location capture.
The VPs are quite in favor of the US player, but only by, it's still early in the game, 400 to nearly 500.
Yeah.
There's still some more US landmines here and there, like right here. Greyhound still pushing its way forward.
Fuel location captured.
Volksgrenadiers
Pay
taking
attention.
fire!
And now the Volksgrenadiers are receiving a bit of fire right there. A lot of water being deployed now, very nice.
Come along. There holds a fuel location.
Cowards attack
What do
our
you
forward
want?
base. We are losing ground.
They're engaging us.
Veterans seek
MG
gain.
crew.
Sniper is engaging the way. The MG does get forced on back. The MG and the sniper does fall retreat as well. There is a Wehrmacht landmine here, which could be very important, especially versus the US Greyhound. Got some US landmines here. And these forces are currently suppressed by the MG42. They're rotating on over, trying to hit this squad now. And half-track's now charging forward, not current load up with anybody, so not getting any additional suppression in. Trying to reinforce these squads. There is a Pack 38 deployed on out, right there. And that gun does go down. He does not recruit yet. Maybe it's a good time to get a casualty recovery bunker.
Unit lost.
Greyhound has received some
Defend
good
the
hits there.
fatherland until death.
And he may have lost one of his squads right there. One Volksgrenadier squad is fully wiped.
Orders.
And we do have a landmine right there.
Okay, Volksgrenadiers, we're back in the fight.
MG crew on me!
Volksgrenadiers here.
Was wünschen Sie?
What do you want?
More landmines to be deployed on now. In close proximity to each other. Both players have deployed out a whole bunch of landmines.
Volksgrenadiers reporting full strength.
And there's a sniper, 0 kills. This is a fresh sniper eyeing to do some counter sniping.
Sniper König ready.
This one has 9 kills. Casualty recovery bunker is going down. I'm guessing this casualty recovery bunker. More wire being deployed in the middle of a runway. He may be eyeing to go all the way over here.
Barbed wire complete.
Construction complete.
Maybe the tournament has a 1 sniper maximum.
Barbed wire bunker complete.
We are losing territory.
He's going to keep that sniper back at base, which I say is a good placement there, just so he doesn't have to lose it. He can't use it until the other one goes down. That's more of a call for the refs at that point. That's a Wehrmacht landmine there, loaded, and that is a minesweeper back inside that half track.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
We're taking fire.
Enemy attack! I need support! Sniper! Watch it!
We do have the riflemen. They do get a sticky bomb off before they get fully pinned. But with the Pioneer in the back of it, he can get it repaired up quite quickly. Wehrmacht sniper there. That is a Wehrmacht landmine, not a US landmine. I've seen too many snipers at landmines. I don't know why. Every time I look at a sniper, there's a 50% chance he's next to a landmine. Usually not his own. Snipers are both in red trying to count snipes. Since he announced that he got 2 snipers, he realized now he's going to realize he has a sniper. 2 of them. Fires, and does get a good hit there on the AT gun. Trying to reinforce this Volksgrenadier next to the half track. This half track still has a damaged engine there. Does find a landmine, but doesn't get wiped there. And that is actually an MG bunker, not a recovery bunker. This seems like a really good time for a recovery bunker. A lot of casualties, and he's been holding this area quite well. Your sniper has got a second kill there. Does spot this landmine. It does destroy it.
Hey, rookie, think you can handle it?
Sieg, sniper ready.
Mine detector ready, recon deployed. Enemy minefield.
Mine detector has, of course, well, been deployed. It's very good because there's a lot of landmines deployed in the field, that's for sure. All depends whether or not he actually finds them. There was a landmine somewhere in this region. Maybe it was over around this one. Yes, this one has a landmine, so he will be able to sweep that. Those riflemen may be here to stop him. US sniper located right there. Wehrmacht sniper is a bit wounded, but located here. One screen length away. We do also have an armor car deployed on out. And we have another armor car being deployed on out. Does he have any light vehicle veterancy on the way? Doesn't look like it.
We are ready to close with the enemy.
Pioneers receiving quite a bit of fire there. Armored car is trying to protect them. It does get fully wiped there. And losing that minesweepers actually is quite important because there's a lot of landmines on the field.
Armored car deployed. Barbed wire complete.
Greyhound rolling around trying to engage that armored car. From angle he knows that there's no landmines.
Sprungschuss. I am a crack
Both
shot.
squad taking fire.
Oh,
Americans are seizing territory from us.
he sent that sniper to his death. Good. A referee may have said for him to push forward and let him die as a directive.
Base.
Because one of those times, like, oops, I made a mistake, but I hadn't make it influence the game. But it does actually made a small influence against the U.S. player since he had wasted the manpower. But that's his own mistake.
The enemy advances.
Looks like M2 now raining on in. M2 is actually outside the base. Let's see how far it ranges.
Yeah, you'll do. Fall in line.
Okay, it doesn't reach the base, but doesn't reach, but it could have been set back a bit farther. Maybe just wants to increase accuracy from being a bit look closer, or reduce scatter, I should say.
The Americans are capturing.
Half-track
the
trying to
sector.
suppress this rifleman. These engineers making their way forward. There's no landmines over here. This armor car now advancing. The other armor car is located right there, supported by wire. And we've got this rifleman now captured these points. There is a Wehrmacht landmine there.
Veterancy gained.
Engineers may come in for a big flank. Riflemen are getting some good damage there onto the Volksgrenadiers. And the half-track's currently ungarrisoned right now. Perhaps May could throw the Volksgrenadiers in the back of it. And armor car does receive a sticky grenade there, damaging the engine. Fresh Stug, not Stew,
The Yankees are
deployed out in the field.
territory.
M2 raining on in right there.
Cowards attack our forward base.
Capture that field point. The US player's been doing great work with field control. Are we seeing a demolition charge? Yes, we are seeing a demolition charge here, but with the autocans nearby and the Volksgrenadier nearby, that's likely was not going to happen. Even now, likely that squad could get wiped. There's no members of garrison inside the half track, so he will keep on out there, but the Greyhound does go down to the pack gun. Stug and armor car making their
We defend the
advance.
fatherland until death.
May find that US landmine. The sniper may find the US landmine.
Com system in order. Volksgrenadier reporting territory captured. Bunker is now operational.
US sniper along the flanks. Also, just having him spot stuff would be very useful for the artillery piece. Oh, he does find that landmine. Rifleman charging on forward, trying to get some good damage on these Volksgrenadier. There's another US landmine there. Does not get the wipe on it. They weren't exactly bunched up enough for that. Stoke is getting some shots in there onto the Rifleman. And now the Wehrmacht snipers push his way forward.
Ready to go.
And there's his doctrine. We do have the Terror Doctrine. He does have Firestorm available. Likely saving up for a... what's it called? V1 for at one point in time. Rifleman has received quite a bit of fire there. M1 AT guns trying to get some hits there on these vehicles. The half-track is very wounded. And here comes the M2 barrage.
Bring more old parts for the stomach battalion.
Cowards attack our forward base.
I don't know if I can hold it.
The Firestorm being deployed on out. Not sure where the Firestorm's going on in. Okay, it was right there. Rifleman pushing the way forward. They do spot the sniper there, but he does maintain camouflage. And does get suppressed there by the MG42, and the Rifleman does get fully ripped apart. US Sniper does not get the kill there on the Wehrmacht Sniper, while the Wehrmacht Sniper does decrew the M1AT gun. On the right side, we got the Rifleman
We have gained the
falling
momentum on
back.
the field.
Tickets are still pretty high. AT gun getting focused down, good idea.
We try our best. We have completed repairs.
And we do also have the Minesweeper Engineer right there. Rifleman does not get suppressed there by the MG42. MG42 at maximum range. Does get knocked around, maintain the heavy cover there to reduce suppression. And the Rifleman squad does fall back. M2 getting a direct hit there on that MG. And making it wiped out. We also got another MG... No, that is an unupgraded bunker right there. Also, a casualty recovery bunker could be very useful. I wonder if the tournament actually prevents that from that being deployed.
We are ready.
Minesweeper squad does get spotted there and will slowly be picked off.
Enemy troops are firing on us. They're coming from the west. We are in battle.
And the Rifleman squad will receive a bit of fire there, but do make soft retreats. Second stroke has been deployed on out. We do see Vet 2 tanks coming on out. Only Vet 1 light vehicles. There's a guy, a bit of a Stug assault coming on in, trying to get some good damage in. We got another fresh AT gun here. Does roll some misses there, hitting the terrain.
Veterans engaged.
And Vet 2 Strugs are now pushing their way forward.
Engineers reporting. Fuel location captured.
Minesweeper Engineer still over there. Rifleman or the AT gun could potentially get decrewed. Armor car trying to get some good hits in. And I see it here at M2 now raining on in somewhere.
We defended the
Gets a direct
fatherland
hit
until
there on the
death.
sniper. And he stopped the barrage. Didn't fire a full barrage there. Oh, he killed 9 people.
Are you done soiling your unit?
And now the US sniper can just have a good time picking away.
Puma taking fire.
Veteran seat gains.
What is it?
Good hits there onto that Volksgrenadier. Stug's trying to make their advance. There's a lot of US landmines there.
The enemy advances.
I wonder as well. That's actually a repair bunker, not a recovery bunker.
It's a fuel location.
We've been shot to hell. Ready.
Sniper getting some good hits there. Minesweeper engineers are still trying to capture that point, but there is an MG protecting it.
Hey, another replacement. It is too much. Yeah.
Armor car has a lot of good targets in front of them, just not enough time. US sniper is still in the area, spotting for the AT gun, very nice. Riflemen are behind the heavy cover there. We also got the off-map powder shooter now raining on in. First round rolls a miss. Let's splash the MG a bit there.
Over.
Should he crush them or shoot them?
Sniper here.
Pioneers ready for duty.
We're losing a sector.
He's getting some good hits there on that armor car with that AT gun. Spotting from the snipers can be very invaluable. Though these riflemen are getting picked off a bit, snipers are trying to engage that MG. Does get the kill there on the gunner. The Minesweeper squad finally falls back, but may get wiped there by the MG42. Nope, he does roll some misses there. Another kill there onto the MG team. The sniper may get over, focused down. And does get a sticky bomb there onto the armored car. The other armored car has managed to receive a sticky bomb as well, but they both have flanked the M1 AT gun. AT gun does get decrewed there. That one's fully immobilized, so it's basically dead. This one's going for another sticky bomb.
Squad is down.
Main gun destroyed. He needs to retarget to the one that can run away. That one does go down. The other one is still alive. And it goes down as well. M2 Howitzer gets a good hit there on his own AT gun. And on the Volksgrenadier.
Grenadiers at ready. Raining.
And does get the AT gun decrewed there. Very nice. First Wehrmacht sniper.
König ready.
One kill, so he does know the US player does know about it.
We are losing ground.
And got the M1 AT gun now receiving some hits.
They must have raided the Hilfsschule to find your replacements.
The enemy has 300 points.
Jawohl. What do you need?
So far, 2 Stugs deployed now. We got a fresh armored car to help engage the infantry.
Repairs.
Bars have been deployed. He has 6 command points. He may not be going for... He may get the V1 when he needs called in for the first time. And maybe he'll keep it unselected for a time being so he can call in the other buildings if needed as well.
They're firing on us.
Bar riflemen do get suppressed there by the MG42. The sniper does get a good hit there, decrewing the M1 AT gun.
Good as new. Field repairs complete.
Stug, or Hellcat, getting some good hits there onto the bunker. We do got a Wehrmacht landmine right here, so these engineers may find it. He's maybe behind for a demolition charge? Nope, he's not. Just gonna help burn it down a bit. This Minesweeper squad will be behind to decapture the VP and fuel point. As they go for the VP at this point in time. Hellcat has a damaged engine, finds a landmine right there. Wehrmacht sniper receiving some hits. Does recruit the AT gun right there. And we got another firestorm is being called on right there. Yeah, he's trying to stop the AT gun from being recruited with the firestorm. Does get one of the models there, and gets the another model there as well. The flame effect can be sometimes enough damage to the gun itself. So is autocannon fire. Sure, Stug fire can take out the gun. Hellcat damaged engine, so it's going to go ahead and say remain camouflaged and perhaps engage these forces later.
Field repairs complete. Heavy
2 armor cars have been deployed on out.
Hey, new guy.
And there's a captured M1 AT gun there, as well as a Vet 3 or Vet 2 half track.
Pump system in order. Yeah, fire, my
Armor cars getting some good hits there. The gun itself is quite damaged. Stug does get a good hit there onto the gun, and it's going to be focusing down that AT gun so it doesn't remain crewed. Does get a sticky bomb off on top of that armored car, and its squad is falling on back. AT gun does get decrewed again. Hellcat is quite repaired. Both 2 Stugs so far, that's going to be way outnumbered. Good hits there. Oh! Oh no, that's a terrain getting ran over. I don't know why I thought the Stug was going down. Sticky grenade does connect.
We have lost the
It does take out a Stug, but the Hellcat does go down. AT gun engaging from the flank. And still engaging from the flank. The AT gun does reposition. May get sticky bomb off. Will get sticky bomb off there.
Honor and blood. Iron cross.
Vet 3 light vehicles. That Stug, however, is severely wounded. M1 AT gun, or not, I mean M2 howitzer. Why I like the iron for close range barrage. It may be a little bit too close. And the gun does get decrewed there.
Behind battle.
Offensive propaganda campaign is ready for approval.
Patched up and ready to go.
Propaganda war course is available. He can potentially force these guys to retreat, but it doesn't look all too great for the US player. What is the US player planning?
Tank killer here.
Okay, off-map combat group, that's what he's waiting up for. Now you got a fresh Hellcat with a 50 cal. He could potentially take out that Stug. He needs to focus that
Germans are
Stug
seizing
down.
territory from us.
Those roll up bounce there. Does send a pen there, and now comes circling around. Armor cars could potentially tie up the Hellcat, but the AT gun with the Hellcat will take out that Stug either way. Captured MV1 AT gun is there and does manage to run over his own landmine there. Looks like he's out of range. Does roll a miss there.
Sector.
He can't really push back in because he will receive his own AT gun fire, but does take out the armored car.
Enemy unit down. Forward supply lines are broken.
AT squad under position. AT squad under fire.
We got the firestorm coming on in once again. Will likely destroy this AT gun entirely.
Weapon crew lost.
Yep, does destroy that AT gun entirely. Does get this weapon crew decrewed as well.
Form up.
Over on the left flank, we do have the riflemen advancing. There is this Volksgrenadier capturing some points. Very nice. Armor cars, however, still
enemy is
pitching
after
away.
our
This
victory
map is
point.
very wide open, so these light vehicles can do significant amount of damage, especially when they get their veterancy up. Mortar does get a good hit there, damaging the engine, even though the engine is already damaged. M2 now raining on in, rolls some misses.
Drawing fire from their armor! We have the point, and we're damn well gonna keep it. What are my coordinates?
Just get a nice sniper hit there. Looks like the sniper has received some medical supplies there. You may see an AT grenade, a sticky bomb off. Hellcat has been mostly repaired.
Lost.
Did lose one of his infantry squads, I'm not sure which one. Maybe the AT gun, or AAT gun. Stug is alive. Gets some good hits there onto the Hellcat. No sticky bombs, however.
We're hot! Position under fire!
I think I hear King Tiger. Nope, I don't hear King Tiger. Hellcat is encircling the Stug 4, getting some good damage there. Does roll a miss there. And the AT gun over here does get decrewed and actually recaptured by the US player. Stug will send a good hit there. And send some more side armor hits. Does take out that armor car. And Hellcat looks like we'll lose out in this engagement. Does send another pen there. Stug trying to retreat away, but we do got the support of the King Tiger, so there is just the King Tiger. Does send a bounce there. And main gun destroyed.
Our forces are taking casualties.
M2 trying to rain some shots there on the Stug. Running a little bit short. That was, however, a good hit there. Taking out the Hellcat. Not Hellcat, Stug. Right from the catch up the munitions point here. But we'll go ahead and back off. Volksgrenadier, however, pushing the way forward to the VP once again. The VPs are quite in favor of the Axis player.
200 points. Losing a victory point. We are losing a victory point.
5 engineer models there. Does get the AT gun decrewed there.
Supply lines are broken.
Fresh Hellcat. This one was mainly built.
Enemy unit down.
And that does go down there. He still has the howitzer. Vet 1, thanks to the fact that he killed out that Stug.
What are my coordinates?
Does send some bounces there. And the King Tiger is falling back. The Hellcat skirting around the edges of its range. And Pioneers pushing their way forward, trying to repair up the King Tiger now. Does find 2 rear armor hits there. Very nice. Does send a bounce and pen once again. And even though the rear armor is going one way, it's best to make sure he doesn't receive hits by the gun. M2, direct hit there, getting engine damage. That would be very important to take on this King Tiger. And AT Guns also pushes his way forward as well. Getting some good hits there. M2 does roll a bounce there. And the half-track is tying up the Hellcat with its movement. Another good hit there, trying to repair up the King Tiger, trying to keep it alive. Does roll a miss there with the Hellcat, trying to light up the rear armor. It's receiving quite a bit of health there from the Pioneers. Mortar crew and AT gun needs to reposition. Perhaps get some hits there onto that King Tiger. The mortar crew can at least get some hits there on the Pioneers. Does send out another bounce there. Half track can't block the movement.
Enemy unit down.
Another good hit there. AT gun is now set on up in proper range. We got a firestorm but missing. Hitting the bunker that AT gun needs to hit the King Tiger. Does send a bounce there. And there goes a Hellcat. Mortar took out some of the models there. And looks like he will manage to escape on out there with the King Tiger. Has repair engineers and 1 SAP or Pioneer. M2 now raining on in. Takes out one of the repair models there. Rolls another miss there. That's probably the max range of the M2. Nope, so has plenty of range. Running in quite far those couple rounds. Nailed the HS-129B3. Fresh Hellcat pushes his way forward. Does get body blocked there by the half-track and sees a nice Panzerfaust there. And does take out the King Tiger Hellcat with the
Casualties
King
being
Tiger.
reported.
Looks like the King Tiger will manage to escape on out of there with barely any health left. M1 AT gun sending some rounds there onto the bunker. Volksgrenadier pushing the way forward does decrew the AT gun as well.
We're at 100 points and dropping.
I call them models because it's like figurine toy soldiers. Sort of like Warhammer. Makes more sense in a Dawn of War context. AT guns has been recruited. The riflemen are Veteran C2. May get sticky bomb off. Will get sticky bomb off. No, he does not get a sticky bomb off on the armored car. AT gun needs to rotate his gun around. Does get suppressive fire there on the Volksgrenadier, but they have recovered. Trying to get the rest of that MG bunker. And we got a rifleman here. Does throw a sticky bomb there on the King Tiger. He does not have enough munitions there for a off-map howitzer shoot. Here comes the M2, gets a direct hit and bounces. Does get a hit there, but no damage didn't pen. It looks like he Tassel's barrage go in the back, thinking it will retreat back, not realizing getting fully immobilized. So that King Tiger's gonna be knocked out of the fight for quite some time. Fresh Hellcat hasn't deployed now. Maybe now it's standing still. He can get in to get the kill. Finds a landmine there.
Enemy stands at 300 points.
Take cover!
Hellcat now advancing.
Roger, Hellcat here.
Could potentially actually rush down the higher health one, because the other one's just easy pickings.
It is ours.
Enemy unit down.
That one does go down. King Tiger now receiving some repairs. I think it's no one has a destroyed engine, but at least has a damaged engine and completely immobile. I'll keep the King Tiger selected in case we can see his treads not being red anymore. Good hits there by the Hellcat. Does recruit the AT gun with the Volksgrenadiers. And avoids the Wehrmacht landmine. Barely, though. Looks like the repair engineers are repairing up the half-track. The engine and tracks are still damaged on the King Tiger. Howitzer barrage raining on in here. Does drop a... Oh, the MG42. It does pick up the US mortar that was decrewed. Hellcat Veteran C1. King Tiger has its tracks repaired.
Posts report we are losing a sector.
And its engine, so it's now fully mobile. Just not very healthy. We'll find the Wehrmacht landmine there. Now is double capture in favor. Double capture for the US player, but soon to be a single capture. Fresh Hellcat also deployed. He needs to get out some more engineers to repair up that damaged Hellcat.
Construction detail, our work is done here.
Oops. Where is that engineer? Great. Keep on. I really hate how the camera just goes all crazy sometimes. King Tiger's 3 force repairs, so I can probably deselect it right now. There's engineers.
Construction complete.
Why does it go off the side of the map when I'm clicking the attack?
Our position is under fire. This is Able coming in here down.
Nope, there's find a landmine. Nope, that's a mortar hitting them. Hellcat is camouflaged, so maybe able to ambush the, what's it called? King Tiger if it pushes too far forward. And also the MG42 is now falling on back. And we do also have a fresh Stug, so now he does have some more support. It now has the supply yard, has level 2 production.
We're losing a fuel sector.
He's likely wanting to bring in some more off-map combat groups.
Objective secure. Rifle squad defense.
Since he got the upgraded supply yard. More manpower, it's always useful. And the King Tiger is now fully repaired and receiving some M2 barrages, but missing. And not pending.
We have finished construction.
Mortar captured this fuel point, but not the VP. There's a triple capture in favor of the US player right now, which is going to be very important. This Hellcat is still camouflaged, but able to spot these forces quite easily. We have an AT gun push his way forward. Perhaps going to try to A move forward and engage these forces.
Hellcat ready to roll.
Second stroke has been deployed on out, and that's a motorcycle. M1 AT gun does get a good hit there. And it's the AT gun itself receiving some good hits from these vehicles. Captured MG42, try and protect the VP. That Hellcat may have been spotted there. Oh wait, no, this is this Hellcat. Push on forward. Does receive some fire there. Hellcats are likely to fall back. They're a little bit outgunned through the frontal armor.
Casualties being reported.
The Hellcat does go down.
Enemy unit down.
Stug does go down as well. King Tiger now receiving some hits there. Hellcat will get some good rear armor hits there on the Stug. I hear a V1 somewhere. Is it going to be over here?
Losing ground out there.
M2 is down. Not sure what's actually spotted it. He may be going for a pair of stick grenades there on the King Tiger. One does connect. Hellcat is getting repaired, severely wounded. Does get damage there onto the King Tiger. Rear armor exposed. He does take out the Stug right there. It looks like the Terror Doctrine player has cast the GG. Now the sticky bomb does come forward.
Enemy unit down.
King Tiger's still pretty alive, but it looks like he's just letting all of his units die anyway, so it looks like they're saying defense doctrine, he should have gone for defense. And he is backed out of the game. Oh, that was a very long game. And here comes Hellcat spinning around in circles. And does take it out at the last moment. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching and signing off. Sorry about that. I'm getting pretty exhausted. I'm probably gonna call it a night for cast or for streaming. I haven't been getting much sleep lately, so I'm exhausted right now. I'll probably cast some more. I still have plenty of replays stored up for Company Heroes 1. I'm probably gonna cast them tomorrow. Have a good evening, or not even evening yet.